And then, do you want me to use up those spell slots, or are we just going to say that the telekinesis never happened? No, we just got to put it on because we couldn't remember what he had on it before. Okay. I was going to tell. I had this conversation with him this session after the conversation we had right after that session. I was like, man, this is just like the Bard's Lament. I told him the exact same thing. Yeah.
I said like, no, I brought up that I was an orphan. Uh, um, I I was talking about my brother. I think it was something along those lines. And then yeah, Justin had pointed out, he's like, and you said this, and that's exactly what they said. And I was like, huh,
Yeah.
that's a little crazy because I've seen the first season of or well no, I've seen the first season of Vox Machina, right? But that's it. And I think anyway, yeah. Right.
They're doing the fusion. Yeah. I've seen it. Yep. Uh, that spell book that I found. You said I just know all those spells right away, right? I don't have to like sit down. It's 85 spells.
Oh, alphabetical order or something like that. It's like the books with the names of the various schools of magic.
Should we go back up? I mean, down? I mean, through there?
Oh yeah, the door is on the ceiling or on the wall connected to the ceiling.
And this is where, like, when we looked through the door, it was upside down from where we were, and then we kind of like stepped through and fell up, but then kind of thing. Okay. I get to turn into wild shape as much as I want now, right? According to my, yeah. So I'm
Eagle.
yeah, I'm just gonna like transform into a flying eagle and carry people out. But I want to let me RP this. Are we finished in here?
I mean, I don't see anything else. We could knock all these things over and look under them. That sounds fun. I think we're on a time crunch, though.
I say we don't stay in one place too long. I don't believe this is the kind of place where we should be looking around trying to find things or investigating other than ensuring there's no traps. We're in the mind of something sinister and devious. There's no telling what might happen. Tingles might want us to be somewhere a little too long. I think the more we move and the more we search, the better chance we have.
That was weird.
I say we
Was the
exit this room with haste. And with that, he sort
turn
of,
into an eagle and carry me?
yeah, you see this sort of like green, this quick green swirl of like smoke and wind kind of spiral, and then he just changes, after it kind of poofs. He's an eagle now. Strategically, should we do this in a certain order? Like, probably should drop Orkfo off first because he's a little bit tankier, and then go back for Cadmail, then Tatiana, then Romuel.
Cadmail has wings.
Cadmail has wings. Okay, cool. Caw. And I can cast spells now and in wild shape. Although a giant eagle doesn't really have a great HP, so I'm just gonna shift back into Quaylen. I thought you said right, and then you remove like any sort of material component requirement, I think, with the divine thing. Right. Okay. Okay. Got it. Yeah. All right. I think so. When we look in this room, is it? I know, like, I think this was a stained glass. This was a stained glass, and maybe this one. I think there was 3, right? Yeah, 4. Okay. All right, folks. I think we should start moving in a direction and just see what lies ahead. The more we wait, the more danger that could present itself.
Right.
Are these also stained glass windows?
You'll see more of that design. Those are just kind of representing walls, like the walls of the dungeon, but they're just kind of rising up. When they look solid, like they're made out of ornate stonework, with maybe like a pretty like design in it. And it looks like stone, but as you see it, because it gets down to the ground, what is also, you guys walk around that surface you're on now, you're walking on stone, right? Tile. But then as you see it gets kind of closer out, it kind of blends out into like this kind of strange organic matter. You have to kind of zoom in really close. You'll see the stained glass has a little bit of color to it. The rest of it are just like parts of walls that would be lining a normal dungeon, tunnels and hallways and such.
Cadmail is gonna stick his head slowly through this one.
They're all solid. The only ones that were not solid was the one that Orkvo serendipitously tried to smash when he first came in.
Did I stutter?
All right. Anyone opposed to going in this direction? He points down here.
I
Go
believe
for it,
that
just
is
do
where
it.
we were going before Orkfo decided to explore.
Sorry, I got curious.
That's fine, but I don't think we should randomly separate anymore. I think we should move forward as a group.
You're right.
All right.
Left or right? What do we think?
What do you guys think of just every time we have a fork, we just roll for it?
Sounds good.
Like, okay, 1 through, I'll do D4, 1, 2.
You can roll a
is
D2.
right.
You can literally exclamation point roll D2 and flip a coin.
Exclamation point.
Roll space
D2.
D2.
All right, so 1 is right, 2 is left. All right,
Left
left
we
it
go.
is.
Let me mention one thing. I'm gonna again. I'm not sure how many sessions we have together as Badgers, but I am going to be changing a little bit how I do dungeon crawls, kind of reflecting some changes in 2024. They've essentially taken passive perception and been like, "Oh yeah, this is a thing, and your DM might use it," and then they took it and kind of push it to the side, and they're like, and no longer kind of pull it to the forefront. Like for example, during combat. If something is trying to hide from you, it's not against your passive perception anymore. Or if you're for you going through a dungeon crawl, I'm not using your passive perceptions to see if you notice a trap or notice a hidden enemy. You'll have to actively call for rolls. Just an FYI.
Okay.
I'm looking for traps.
Roll a perception check. And it will be like, I'm looking for it in this hallway. I'm looking for it in this room. So right now, where you're at, you're checking for it as you're kind of walking forward through this hallway. Okay.
Looks clear.
Yep. Oop.
I think I see some statues in here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I want to step into their path.
Yeah, so all these statues do look they're all unique in their own way with different postures and most of them do look warrior like. One's holding a sword, one's holding a battle axe. But one of them looks a little odd and a little bit smaller than the rest. It seems to be Tingles in a warrior pose of some sort. What kind of weapon would Tingles be holding in a warrior pose? His Alexander the Great pose when he's like holding a sword or.
Okay. It's like a Buster sword, and it's just huge. I mean, it's just like sticking out like 8 feet from this tiny statue, kind of thing.
Excellent.
And he's holding it like right at his crotch.
Which is the one in the top left here? Is that Tingles or is that somebody different?
I say the one to the west here is Tingles, yeah.
All right.
Can I
Go ahead.
snap Rico into existence and have him
You
look ahead?
can, but I need to find his token.
Or Rika?
Rika. Oh yeah, he's still Rika, isn't he? I still have Rico though, so let's see what we get. It's a quick.
Well, maybe, yeah.
And remember, Vision is acting differently in here, and less like if you have 60 feet of dark vision, right? You're not actually looking 60 feet out. When the impression you get is kind of like as you're moving through, the space is manifesting, right? Beyond your vision is just like nothing. And as you're moving through, things are slowly appearing and coming into being. So sight doesn't necessarily play into the range of it.
Yeah, I think we actually, last session, Cadmail flew up to see how the sight worked, and it was, even if an area was lit, it was,
I believe you
like,
began
it
the.
disappeared.
I don't
when
remember
nobody
exactly what
was-
have happened, but if you had began to fly up, I do think I would have hinted at bad things were going to happen the far higher up you went.
Yeah. You said something along the lines of it was, starting to feel dangerous, or whatever. So I just went as high as I knew I safely could. But even at the edge of the vision, it was like, yeah, if nobody was near an area, then nothing showed up.
I'm getting Rico's vision turned on, so give me 1 second. This is not changing. Let's do this one. And then here. It's been so long. Let's see. Let's do this. And then do save changes. Okay, I'm gonna move Rico. Everyone should be able to move Rico now, and everyone should be able to use his vision. So, all right, he's up. Robert says dildo sword for the Buster sword.
Give me one good reason not to just whack that one with my axe.
Give me one good reason.
Also, if the map is just impossibly, because I have so much like effects and stuff going on, feel free to holler. I can try like turning all that stuff off and lightening the load.
Are these statues similar?
Yes, they're all as things begin to manifest more into your vision of Rico through Rico, you do see more of these statues and all these different warrior poses.
Any other markings or anything like that on them?
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Do you want me to roll it through Rico?
Yeah, this would be Rico's stats. Yeah.
$16.
16.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know anything of too much note beyond their appearances. With his check, though, he does see this one all the way to the east slowly move a little bit. It was very subtle at first.
Can I land him on the shoulder of the statue?
100%. Look. And we're going to roll initiative as it goes to attack Rico. It's not a surprise or anything like that because Rico would be ready. So we really come down to initiative rolls. You land on its shoulder and all the statues begin to move. And there's also the Tingles one where it animates and you see the big sword slam on the ground as he cannot actually lift it up as the statue.
Rico is always ready. He knows there's only one reason.
Yeah.
Why I'd bring him out.
If you want to do a quick dex check to see if you just beat this animated statue vibe going on and see if you can bamf them out, we can. And then go to initiative. Does that make sense?
I feel like if Rico had any free will, he would welcome it at this point. He's just like, oh, thank God.
Oh yeah. Oh, here comes the pain again. It's been a long time. All right, yeah. Let's get into some initiative as the statues come to life. One of them I'm describing as Tingles, but FYI, he's not going to have any sort of special benefits or abilities or anything like that. So I don't feel like you need to focus him.
Oh, it automatically rolled my initiative at advantage.
Cool.
Oh.
That's new.
1 second. Don't do anything yet. Yeah. Cool. I think you're in there now. Everyone should be good. Is this officially our first level 20 combat? Right? You guys leveled up after the fight and then never actually ended up fighting anything yet?
Yeah, I think this is our first combat.
Level 20! All right. First him. Bam. I'm just going to split these in half and then one more. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm going to keep Tatiana out of it just to keep things going quicker in your guys' directions. But she's quote unquote helping. All right. Cabinet, what was your initiative?
18.
18?
Oh, it deleted. Interesting.
I cleared it, and you probably did it before. What was yours, Orkfo?
Sorry.
Very good.
22.
22. And then Rico's?
Oh, Rico. I think I rolled.
Oh, Rico.
I just realized Divine Spark Fighter says extra attack. You can attack 4 times, but I already have that because of being 20th at extra attack. Does that mean I'm
Essentially,
+1?
yeah, pretty much it should be +1 extra attack. Yeah, is how I would change that. Yep.
Okay. So
Just
Indomitable, I
same
think,
thing
is
for you,
4.
Jeff. Like whatever your normal extra attack is, you have a +1 extra attack.
Oh, I do.
Mm-hmm. I don't
So
remember.
I
We
can
talked about
swing
how
sword
I think
5
it's
times.
not fair that barbarians don't get very many extra attacks.
And I don't remember. My brain is mush.
You're good.
Cool.
All right. But Orkvo, you're up first as the statues come to life.
Cool. What does this one closest to me look like? Okay. Yeah, I'll go for him. Does he looks exactly like Tingles, or he looks like malformed or malevolent? Yeah. Yeah. He looks actively hostile. Cool. 5, 15, 5, 10. Yeah, because we're doing diagonals. All right. Yeah, I will attack. Let's see. I might as well. I don't have advantage for any other reason, do I? Cool. I will recklessly attack. Yeah. Hey, what's going on? It looks funny. Got a little hat. Yeah, reckless. So does a 32 hit for 17 slashes and 7 fire. $34 hits for 23 slashes and 9 fire. And you said I get one more? Does a 29 hit? Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. For 20 slashes, I'm going to try to do non-lethal damage. Oh, okay, it's obviously a statue. Well, then I'll just try to destroy it. Okay. Cool. All right. Let's see. I have bonus actions now, I think. No, it's just a short rest. I can do a second wind. I don't need that. There was something else, but I don't know. I'm just gonna move. So I have 10. I'm out of it. Where is my movement? Where's my movement? Oh, it's 35. It's flying. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay. Yeah, I'll go right here. And I don't think I have a bonus action I can do, but I'll keep looking. Somebody else can go.
Alright. I will fly to here and then swing my sword. I don't know why I'm doing the accent. First swing, 28 to hit.
Yeah.
Look. 18 plus 8, that's 26 damage.
What is
Second
the
attack.
8 damage here? That's radiant
the-
lightning one, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. How much damage total was that? I'm sorry. 18 plus 8, 26.
First attack was 26.
26. 10-4.
Yeah. Second attack was a 20 to hit for a total of 23 damage.
Total of 23 on the second. Okay. Still up.
Third is a nat 1. So okay, so it says I've got heroic inspiration.
So
like-
we have not officially moved your. I'm not doing a lot of transitioning, but like the perception one just works better. So I wanted to
Yeah.
do that change. So heroic inspiration. There's in the new rules. There's a whole bunch of different. Like for instance, one of my guys got an origin feat. It's like one of the things you can pick at level 1. That during a short rest, he can give other players heroic inspiration. It's the new version of inspiration. Pretty much works the same way. But for you guys, that is your old school inspiration. You still get it for nat ones. So you pretty much ignore the heroic. That is your inspiration.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember having a reason for having it before, so I'm just gonna say that one I didn't have until that nat 1.
There you go.
So
Yeah, it's still the
third
same
swing
inspiration.
through.
Yeah, so you definitely have it now.
34 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
18 plus 11, that's 29 damage.
Crush it down.
Right. 5, so I had 40. So I think, yeah, 25 I can get right here and do my last attack on this thing.
Sounds good.
Final swing. The nat 1, I'm going to burn my inspiration.
Wow. For sure.
26
Mm-hmm.
to hit.
I'll hit.
16 plus 8, that is 24 damage.
24 damage. Love it.
And that's the end of my turn. Actually, let me double check. I might have bonus action. No. Thought I had something for my shield.
Divine Quaylen, you're up.
Oh well.
Just noting that I actually crit on that first hit because I rolled a 19.
Oh, a
and that's
19.
The champion thing. Yeah, it's fine. It's
Let's say
we'll do
your
it. I'll
your
catch it
next
time.
attack that you hit will crit it.
Okay.
We'll guarantee a crit on your next hit.
Good.
But then if you crit on that, then we'll move it on to the next.
That's my fault for not knowing my features.
The closest one I can reach is this one, right? This here.
He looks like it.
Because this one's dead. That one's dead. Cadmo's over there. So I can reach to right here. Okay, I'm going to go there. Alright. That's 30 feet from there. It's corner to corner, right? Technically.
I'm sorry, what is your question?
Hold on.
You have 25 feet of
Trying to
movement?
see if-
5, 10,
Two.
15, 20, 25. Ooh,
Okay, I can't reach it.
yeah, not melee wise. Unless
Because I was
you
trying to use a trip instead of using a spell slot.
you could bonus action wild shape, make yourself big, and then go like that, and then go 5, 10, 15. Or then you can use your new movement speed of your wild shape feature.
I guess I could do that. Yeah.
You can always not overthink what your shape is if you're just going to try and get a cantrip off.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, brown bear, I can move 40 feet,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
So we can say you
Okay,
turn
so,
that,
Yeah,
get in the melee range, right?
yeah. Well, I guess if I'm going to be a brown bear, I can just attack with brown bear. Then that's fine. Like, it's probably going to be better than what I could do with the cantrip.
Okay.
And what can I do as a brown bear? Multi-attack, plus 6 to hit, 1d8 plus 4. All right. so I'm gonna do the first attack, which is d20 plus 6. Yeah, 11. That doesn't work. That's backfiring. And then another d20 plus 6. 17 hits, right? What? This horse shit. Yeah. I should have just. Yeah. Damn. Okay, well, I'm just roaring at him as a brown bear.
Yeah. You think
Wait, before you roll that,
you'd be
let me
correct,
see if I'm in.
but
I see.
15.
That's-
That's a lot.
It's 15 preventable damage. Let's see. I'm in range. Oh, yeah. I mean, now I feel like I have to. I don't want to for 15 damage.
I'm totally fine with taking 15.
Yeah, I won't do it. I guess I'll just firebolt this guy. $29. It's a D6. No, is that plus a D6, so 30. And then we'll wait, does that add the 5? I feel like I've forgotten. I don't think it does. I don't think it automatically adds the 5 from the level 10. Or no, it's 6 now because it's just my intelligence, isn't it? Let me check. Yeah, it's plus 6 now, so it's 36. That was it, and that was the one right here.
Sorry, I was talking on mute. Yep, I got it. 14 slashing damage, so he's down to 20. Yeah, it's brown bear's AC 11. Okay, so 10 is the bear. So that's. What was the first damage? 14. 12 and 10. Okay, 12 and 10. So 22, 12.
Nope. Shield won't do anything.
Oh, so
to that
regards.
load.
Yeah, I will. And And then I'll give the advantage to Orkfell.
Anytime you say silvery barbs, can you say barb like the guy from Trailer Park Boys? Just gotta go silvery barbs.
Verbs. Yeah, always. Always. Nope. Try again, motherfucker. Yeah, reckless. Good thing, because that was a natural 1 for 28 splashes. Oh yeah. Okay. I will not reckless and just take the second, third at normal. It depends. So 28 to hit, and you said this one was going to crit. Cool. So I roll regular, and I add, what is my brutal critical feature up to now? So 24 slashing, and then 3 additional weapon damage dice. So those are a word. So those are d6s. So 3, 5, so 30, 43 slashing. Yeah. 43 slashing and fiery business. For 7 fire. You're still standing, huh? Okay, one more. For 26 to hit. 21 slashes. And 8 fire. Something ain't right. This is too easy. 5, 10, 15. Oh, there's one down there too. Cool. Una mas. For 32 to hit. 19 slashes.
Did you roll to see if you crit?
And
I
I didn't
think-
have advantage on that one, right?
I thought you chose the reckless at the end of the day.
No, I chose not to.
Oh, JK. All right, 32.
Yeah.
Okay, 19 plus 10,
10.
29, and then...
Yeah.
Yeah. Still up? That was his first damage he took.
Yep, that's my turn.
Was that 3 attack? Oh, yeah, 1, 2,
Yeah.
and then this one. Got it. Camille?
Well, more attacks on this one that I already thwacked once. First swing is a nat 20.
Don't believe you. Silver barbs.
So, yeah,
Schmilvery
I
smarts.
forget. I also double the ones for Dragon Breath?
Yes.
Cool. 20 plus 23. So, that's 43. Yes.
Which one did you do? East or west?
It was the eastern one.
'Kay.
The one that was already there when I walked up.
Destroyed.
Cool. Second one is going to the other statue. So 32 to hit, 15 plus 13, that's 28 damage.
Okay. And we're out of. Oh wait, no, we're not out of initiative. Okay. You destroyed that one.
Cool. That's
Rico's like,
2.
oh, thank you for saving my life. Bye.
Third swing. 34 to hit,
Oh yeah.
14 plus 14, another 28 damage.
Oh, that was still up. Look at that.
23 to hit,
Yeah, he has
18,
three. He has 3 health left.
and
Well,
4.
there you go.
So that's 22.
We're out of initiative.
Alright. I'm glad to have had the opportunity to save Rika.
Thank you.
Quaylen changes back to Quaylen.
Did you, sons of bitches, break my statue?
I breathed on it a little bit and it fell over.
You know what? I can understand now why he fucking hates you. He hated us. He is right. You all are spiteful, selfish pricks. We're gonna find you.
Not to be.
Having seen Tingles, I think the statues were a little exaggerated in the groin area. No one? Okay.
Oh, that was good. Just Tingles doesn't respond, but yeah, that was a good one.
I guess let's look around.
Can I like check
Don't
the
see any
platforms,
statues
the
up here.
remains, the statues?
There's nothing really worth finding.
Nothing up this way
Oh, I
that
should
kind of looks
prepare.
like a narrow hallway.
Back to Quaylen, Nate.
What about
You
Quaylen?
right click, right?
Oh, yeah, I thought maybe you'd have control. Do you want to stay in bear form?
No, I changed back to Quaylen.
Did I delete your token like an idiot? I probably did. 1 second. Oh, I kind of idiot. Ode. I'm gonna grab you from a different page. 1 second. I instinctively delete stuff, and then I just like I actually needed your token somewhere on that map still. So.
Wieners.
Wieners, chicken, diners.
Folks, I think we should move forward. Let's just keep pressing on.
Is there nothing up this way, or is this a hallway, or what is this?
Please check for
I'm gonna-
traps.
Yeah, I'm checking for traps as I go. 18. Ooh, I'm checking. Okay. Hey guys,
So
there's
this
new
path
rooms. You can
here
go
is
to them.
back to where we came, right? Cool. Moving on up.
there's an object in the middle of the dome on top of it, or like inside of it.
Got to be a butt plug, right?
That's appropriate. Yeah, it's a pretty impressive butt plug, but it's in the shape of himself, sort of. Like the plug itself is sort of his head. No. Okay. All right. So there's a it's like a figurine almost, okay? And think of it as a handle, all right, that you could hold with your hand, but in the center of it, a plug is coming out. Now the handle itself is the shape of Tingle's body. He's kind of laying straight, and then the plug is protruding from his crotch, and it's obviously large. But yeah, plug de butt.
Hold for one
And-
second. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
In the room, hanging from like the ceiling are just a number of sets of anal beads.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of have to like you kind of have to use your hand to like push the anal beads out of the way to walk through the room.
Love it. Okay. Okay.
Would you look
And
at the
they're
size of that thing?
And they're lubed up.
The way that you described the plug, just it's shaped like a corkscrew, isn't it? It's like Tingles' body is the handle.
I think I'll say this. The plug itself kind of looks different to each person who's looking at it. So you might see a corkscrew. Orcfo might see like just a hammer, and so on.
Sorry, I had to for some. I changed my hotkeys for like when I mute, right? And I have one for Discord and one for the streaming program. And I kept looking over and seeing myself muted in the streaming program, and I'm like, I'm not pressing. Wait, what's going on? And I realized I made it delete. So every time I was deleting a token, I was either muting or unmuting myself through the program. I'm a smart man.
Yeah.
But I had to solve that mystery. I'm like, why am I continuously muting? That makes sense. Okay, so there's a butt plug in this magical field here. I don't remember all your descriptions, and there's also, what'd you say, anal beads on the like
ceiling. To walk through the room, you kind of have to like push them to the side, almost like you're walking. You know what I mean? And all over the anal beads is just lube. Like you're just getting lube all over your arms as you're pushing to the side to walk through.
Okay. Yep. Rommel, make an Arcana check for me. 30. When I built this map, this is supposed to be a wall of force, and then after I built it, I was like, oh yeah, wall of force is supposed to be invisible. But so this dome, you are like, oh, it's a wall of force. Tingles is just really crappy at doing magic or something. I don't know. There's a wall of force over what looks to be an object of Tingles.
Okay. Can I?
Robert just put WTFJP in the chat.
So the wall of force is the plug?
There's a wall of force, and then on the ground inside of it is a butt plug. And also, when you peer in closer, you do see there's also a couple, just like about maybe 5 or 6, like maybe is it broken? I think there's actually anal beads in there also with the butt plug.
I'll be back in a few. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Enjoy your anal beads.
All right. Well, There's nothing of use in here.
A very important object to Tingles, you all kind of infer, and it's under pretty heavy protection.
I go ahead and fly Rico in just to check the interior of the room out.
I'll just move you real quick. That seems to be the most interesting thing here. Looks like a passage goes out to the west and continues.
So Romulo saw the wall of force, but Orkvo hasn't.
Everyone sees the dome. He identifies it as a wall of force.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm gonna hit it.
No, I wouldn't recommend that. I mean, I could destroy it, but I don't know if anyone has any interest in checking out what's inside.
I think we should destroy it, whatever it is inside.
I think anything we see in here, unless it's part of some puzzle to solve, we just let it be. And anytime somebody says a line that is tied to a song, you hear that song. When you find yourself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be.
Let it be beads. Let it be beads. Ain't no beads. Sorry.
All right. Well, I'll go ahead and cast a spell. I'll cast Disintegrate on the Wall of Force.
Okay.
The dome.
Counterspell, just kidding.
What level is disintegrate? Is that level 5?
It's a 6.
6. Okay. Ooh, you go to cast Disintegrate, and you do feel a concussive blast of energy coming from somewhere in this strange place, as Counterspell is directed towards you, but it's not enough to counterspell your Disintegrate, and the Wall of Force is destroyed. But you all would have heard a strange combination of Tingles and Tinglerak saying, Counterspell! It's not even a meme. It literally did happen. But it came from like beyond any of your sights. If you want to like to roll a perception check, they can maybe, because it was like a blast of energy coming from a certain direction. But otherwise,
Orkvo would not know to do that.
okay, the wall of force turns and burns and is disintegrated and disappears. 16, you get a kind of a weird, strange feeling like it came behind you. But now the anal beads and the butt plug are just like on the ground. I need you all to roll initiative.
Oh, I'll move back.
Actually, to be fair, how about let's do this? With how smash and grab this is, I usually like. There's not a lot of you, but I do like to do, what I call dungeon initiative. I think it's been a while since we've done any proper dungeon crawl. So we roll it, and then we just pick up essentially whoever was next. That way, no one's accidentally rolling low, and then if a combat's too quick, that way we're guaranteed everyone's kind of getting the same amount of roll. So I say we keep it, though I do need to, unfortunately, get a fresh roll from Quaylen because I accidentally deleted your token and deleted your, or you can, we can probably go back and find your last.
At 18.
You had an 18? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get you back in there. The only exception to this is that, wait, why can I not select you? There we go. The only exception is monsters. So like Orkvo would have been, or Cadmill would have been last. So this is now Quaylen's turn. So actually you're good to go. So Quaylen, you would be up first. And then I'm
okay. And
to be fair, so I would like all of you to roll perception checks. This has not to do with the counterspell.
it didn't automatically do that at advantage. That's nice.
Ooh, I gotta sneeze.
So 22.
Ooh, big sneeze. All right. Bam, bam. Okay, I need to do this. Alrighty. Did anyone roll 22 or higher?
I rolled a 22.
22. Perfect. You hear 4 sounds coming from within where I can't delete that image of that force field, wall of force. It's gone. So there's really nothing there. But you hear 4 things moving and like flying through the space. You can't see anything though. You see where I'm pinging? Can you see my ping? Oh, wait, no, you can't. I'm on GM layer. 1 second.
Nope.
See a ping?
Okay. So what's over there?
You hear something over there.
Oh, here's something over there.
And then you hear other ones as the wall like goes down. Another one has moved here near Romuald. You hear a third coming from between Romuald and Orkfo. And then another one kind of to the west of Orkfo. You just hear this like flying. Sense of danger is up. Something dangerous just was released.
Okay. Look alive, gentlemen. Romuald and Orkfo, you have some kind of creatures around you that you can't see, but I know they're there. So you said it's my turn, so I'm going to step forward.
Excuse me.
I think it's with. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to step to right here. I believe you said there was one right here.
Yep. You get close and you kind of feel like there's something there. You can kind of get a sense of like a predator shape.
So I'm going to do, I guess I'm going to attack just in that space. I'm going to do Primal Savagery.
Excellent. You can try an attack roll at disadvantage then.
Disadvantage. 14 and 28. I bet 14 misses.
14 just hits as you hit the AC of whatever this thing is.
Okay. And 29.
Nice.
Whoopah!
A little better than a bear attacks, you know? Excellent. You hit something there. But whatever it is not dead. Nothing appears. Anything else?
I'm going to bonus action turn into something, and you can move on while I figure out what I turn into.
Okay. Rico's up.
He's just gonna fly away.
All right. Do you figure out what you're gonna do, Quaylen? Because the thing that's in front of you is about to go. What are you turning into?
Giant snapping turtle. How do I?
He kind of turns and shapeshifts, and Romuald, you being weaker than Orkfo, he kind of pushes you to the side a little bit. All right, hope you have his AC ready.
I do. Yeah, its AC is 17.
So some vicious claws come scratching out at you at advantage, because whatever this is seems to be invisible. That'll be a 17 hit against the turtle.
Yeah, it just hits. Yeah.
13 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
22 to hit.
Yep.
8 bludgeoning damage after that.
Okay.
All right. Roman, you get put to the side and you guys see like something, Quaylen is fighting, making contact with some invisible creature, and then that invisible creature like punching out as he turns into the giant snapping turtle, cracking its shell. And then you feel something next to you, Romuald, reach out and try and smack you. It is invisible, so remember that for your end spell effects.
All right. And it's my turn now.
No, something's attacking you. Sorry, something is right
I see.
before you. Yep.
If any of these creatures are within 5 feet of me, they have disadvantage.
Noted. I need to re-roll the one that did the Quaylen did because it would have been straight roll. So I'll 1 second. So a 22 at advantage to hit Romuald. And then that'll be 10 bludgeoning damage. Second attack at advantage is going to be a nat 20.
Oh, well, can I silvery barbs it? Let me find out.
Pretty sure it's
I don't
side,
think-
but yeah, feel free to confirm it for me though.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to.
Okay, that'll be 21 bludgeoning damage. All right, let's take a step back though, because the one that attacked Quaylen would have been straight rolls. So I'm just gonna re-roll. So first attack would have been, would a 15 have hit against the turtle AC?
No, it's 17.
Okay, and then the second one is a nat 20. I'm not gonna double that damage. So how about this? Since that one was a nat 20, we'll just say the damage rolls are the same. You got hit twice. Bam.
Sure.
Move
Yeah, that's
forward.
fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Romuald, it's now officially your turn.
How much was the crit? 21?
21 damage. Yes.
I'm just going to drop a fireball in the center of the room. I'll sculpt it around all of us.
Okay. Counterspell, you hear coming out from the distance again.
I was going to do it at 5th level.
Okay.
So
That one. Fireball goes off without a hit. Just go ahead and roll your damage. I don't care about the sphere. There's plenty of space here for you to work this room and not hurt your friends because you're an evocation wizard.
let's see.
What's your total? Is it 39 now? Oh, you can re-roll stuff if you
see.
want to, right?
It's just the ones become 2s.
Okay.
So
I'm just gonna
36, 40, 46.
46. All right, I'm gonna start with the one closest to you that makes a dex saving throw. Fails, takes 46 damage, fire damage. Okay. And then I'm gonna do the one that attacked Quaylen. 17's a failure. 46. Whatever that was does not seem to be destroyed. Orkvo, you see one near you seem to be taking damage. I roll for it. 20, I believe, is still a fail because you're like a 20-something. So full damage. What was your spell save DC? Is it like 23 these days or 24?
25.
25! All right, so none of them could have succeeded. I thought it was 23 or 24. All right, so they all fail. All right. But you do see 4 entities, invisible entities in the room, all take a bunch of fire damage.
And one of them's like right in front of me, right?
Correct. All right, anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Orkville, you feel a presence come up to your west. You now seem to get the impression there's 2 of them next to you. And so it swings at you at advantage because it's invisible. It's only a 16 though, so that's a miss on the first swing. Second swing is a 21.
That's a hit.
Okay.
Except for I'm going to cast shield.
you might need to be able to see the target with shield.
Let me make sure. Visible area.
Attack. It's probably like an attack you can see, I imagine.
Visible area until the starting attack, including the triggering attack, and you take. It doesn't say anything
Oh,
about.
doesn't say see. Yeah, excellent.
See.
Perfect. I'm glad to be corrected on that. I don't know if even you knew that, Justin. I was like, you might have been able to use shield, but for one of those.
Oh yeah, it was none of them could because 22 meets. So.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, so that one would against the shield as you feel the attack coming with your instincts. It's now your turn. You again, something to your west and something to your northwest.
I will attack the one to the west at advantage. Or at reckless.
Reckless at advantage. It being invisible is disadvantage, so straight roll.
Okay.
19 still hits. Yep, 19 still hits. We do know 14 is their AC. So don't roll no.
Okay, 22 slashes. And 9 fire. And again. Not a nat 1. For a 19 slashing. 4 fire. And just barely not a nat 1. For 17 slashes.
Excellent.
And 8 fire.
And as that last hit, as you cleave through whatever this creature was, becomes uninvisible as your axe cuts through it, bloodying it, brutalizing it, and it falls to the ground. Above table, I don't think you guys have ever met this creature, so I don't think you would recognize it. But still your turn? Didn't we do something? This is not important. I think we did something weird because you can rage all the time. Did I give you some of the divine spark that let you do like a weird thing?
Chaos surge, yeah.
That so you can trigger as a bonus action, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, reckless attack does not give enemies advantage on you. So there's really no reason for you not to reckless attack.
Got you. Okay. Yeah, I should really read all of my stuff. Where is that one?
That's a feature that remember, this is the feature I built for you, so this one is different. It'll be the very last features and traits called Divine Spark Barbarian.
Oh.
Thank you for your patience. That was a fight for my life.
Did you have to reposition your butt plug? Is that what happened? Don't do a fresh initiative. We were keeping initiative anyways, and we're just getting to you, so that was perfect. Fine if I assumed you were back like a few minutes ago. Because I didn't come to your turn. So the short of everything is there's 4 invisible creatures in here that have been pushing up on everyone. No one can see them, but everyone's got an idea that Orkvo just killed one, so it became visible to his west. Do you see the screen where I'm about to start pinging? It seems to be one northwest of him, one directly north of Quaylen, who's a giant snapping turtle, and then one directly north of Romuel. There's 3 critters up that are invisible.
So some probably here, probably here, probably here.
Yep.
Cool.
That's my turn.
So, Cadmail, 1, 2, a 3. Let me double check my ability. Specifically, 30 foot. Cool. If it triggers an attack of opportunity, I don't care. I'm still going to this square.
Nothing seems to happen.
Cool. As an action, you can unleash a 30-foot cone of destructive energy from the weapon. Each creature in that area must make a DC 16 saving throw, taking 8d6. So yeah, it's a cone weapon attack from my sword.
This is the
dragon's breath
radiant damage?
30-foot cone.
Yeah, what kind of damage is it?
Lightning/radiant.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so go ahead and roll damage.
Like this.
So yeah, easy peasy. You're good. Don't worry about measuring it. You get all 3 of the targets. Go ahead and roll your damage, and then I'll start doing the saves.
60-foot cone.
You're good.
DC is 18 dex, and damage is 12d6, thanks to it being legendary. 41 damage.
Okay. All right. One closest to you fails, takes 41 damage, is still up. But you do see damage, all the damage going through, something there, just like taking all of it. All right, next one, half of 41 is 20. He could survive. With an 11 save, though, he does not. This one goes down. Dead. Last one is 19 total, so it succeeds. So it takes half of 41 to 20. Okay.
Well, I
Anything
believe
else?
that's a charge thing, so that uses up the charge that I have.
That makes sense. That should be a once a day thing.
Yep. So that is yeah, that's that. I'm not going to use my extra attack or my action surge yet.
All right. Oops. Sorry, just accidentally turned off the turn order. All right. One that is still alive is next before we get to Quaylen. It's the one next to Cadmail, so it will attempt to hit you. At disadvantage because of you, Orcfo? Or does Cadmail need to be within 5 feet of you?
No, the attacker needs to be within 5 feet.
Okay,
It's
so
like something that scares them. If they're immune to being frightened, though, it doesn't apply.
Oh, thank you for saying that. That's a good question. All right, so straight roll from it against Cadmail. First one's a miss, second one a miss. Quaylen's up.
Then I can still do the cantrip while in wild shape.
Yep.
Yay, nay.
Yeah, essentially you can cast
Ew.
you can cast any of your spells right now while you're wild shaped.
Yeah, I just want to save the spell slots.
Oh, you're good, yeah.
Almost
But yeah,
never
just letting you
gets
know,
down
like
badass.
pretty much you can do anything.
And sorry, where's the final thing?
There's
Is
two
it
ones
next
up. There's
to-
one at Cadmail and one north of Romiel.
Okay. Can I technically reach this without moving?
Yes, correct. If you're doing like a 5-foot
Okay.
attack, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Oh, son of a bitch. Gotta.
Give yourself some inspiration.
Yeah. That's right. It's Tingles that has that.
The lucky
That,
thing or the reroll ones, probably.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm sure 12 doesn't hit.
Nat 1 is an auto miss, so yeah, it doesn't matter.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Damn it. Damn it.
Wait.
Isn't it funny how we're all like level 20 and you're still teaching us how to play this game?
To be fair,
I think
you're
it's
level
primarily
20,
teaching me how
so
to
you
play
guys
the
have
game.
a shit ton of features, and then I even I uncapture characters in a lot of ways, making it even more complicated. We hadn't played in over a month and a half. Like,
Yeah, that'll do it.
this is literally you guys too getting to play with these new abilities too for the first time. So there's a lot of new shit on the table. All right, Rico, I'm assuming is doing nothing.
Yep, just cowering.
Okay. All right, so it's the one above you, Romiel's turn. So he's going to try and hit you. He has advantage. 19 to hit.
I'll shield.
Second attack at advantage is a miss. 14. Your turn.
And he's just right here in front of me.
Yeah,
kind
something
of?
here is just like you just see like predator shifts in the air coming at you
And would it be a disadvantage if?
for attack rolls. Yep.
Yeah.
And if it's a spell that requires sight, then it doesn't even happen.
And then there's one above Cadmail as well.
East of Cadmail.
Okay, there. All right, I'm going to Misty Step over here, and then
All right,
I'm going
you hear
to.
counterspell.
And I'm just going to firebolt this guy.
Well, all right.
At
So
disadvantage.
even a normal 1, I'm still going to be
Wow.
rolling to see if the counterspell goes off. But I did roll 24. So Misty Step counterspells you. To be fair, I forgot I can be counterspelling cantrips too. So as you go to do Firebolt, counterspell.
Let's see. Well, that's my turn.
Okay. Yeah. So you go to move and something out in the distance just counterspell against you. All right. Orcfo's turn.
I think he's toying with us, fellas.
Whatever you hear though is repetitive, right? And I'm doing counterspell as a joke, but it would be more Tingles of Serac kind of combination of counterspell, counterspell, counterspell. Like you're triggering something. All right.
So 1 here?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just attack. Reckless, auto reckless all the time.
Yeah. So
straight
straight
roll.
roll. I'm like, I took
30 hit.
you. I was, to be fair, foresight went away, and then I'm like, just take reckless all the time. 20 will hit, or excuse me,
20
30 will
slash.
hit. 20 slashing. You just kill that one.
8.
Blood goes out, or whatever. I guess these would kind of dissipate into some weird misty fogginess. Yeah, but there's still one directly
That's here.
north of Romuel.
Okay.
So we just one more step up. Yep, there you go.
I'm gonna get you. 23 slashes and 7 fire.
All right, 30. It's still up.
29 to hit. 20 slashes and 4 fire.
All right, and you kill the last one. Street Fighter kill.
Counterspell that.
And we're out of initiative. There's now a butt plug and what looks like to be a string of anal beads on the ground in the middle of the room.
I really want to just slash it, but I'm going to check out without touching, with just my eyes, what's on the table in front of me.
There wasn't even a table. They were literally just on the ground.
Are they visibly used?
Roll a perception check. They do not do to be visibly used. No, they do not be.
25.
You probably would have a pretty good sense for what smells like a butthole, and you don't smell any of that. I say that with love.
think
I
they're
don't no
clean,
judge you if you
strangely.
use these objects. Or float your boat.
Internet people who are listening to us in the future, including JP's children.
Oh god, no. No.
Oh, I can't wait till we're old, and I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, JP, can you hear what I've got
That's
still on my YouTube? I downloaded all of them. So if you could wire me $30,000, that would be great."
Right.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm never running for office.
I would
Sing
not be
along,
surprised if your kids inadvertently come out like you, and John's just gonna have a wonderful personality. I'm sorry, pull it back into the game. Orpho, you're like taking a look at them. You did roll a 25 perception check. The anal beads, you do see little runes on them, like they could be magical.
Hey, Gwaylin.
Yeah.
You might want to stop being a turtle and come take a look at this.
Quaylen takes a very slow step. Another slow step.
Well, he swaps back into Quaylen. Yep.
Is that for putting where I think it's where for putting?
Listen, I uh, I might indulge myself in the occasional we'll
Goat.
say
Thank you, Justin.
trans species erotica, right? But that does not mean that I am well versed in all of Tingo's proclivities, in all of his tools and toys that he has to employ. But yes, it is a butt plug.
I see them funny things on it, man. I think that means it's magic. What could go wrong? Give it a try.
Listen, I have no desire to explore anything we find here. I plan on leaving every single item I find exactly where it is. I'm not touching anything here. If you would like it, you can investigate and take it. I'm leaving it.
Dibs. Oh, sorry. You guys know those are anal beads, right? And a butt plug? Let's look at it. I'll take them.
All right. Look, I say we leave it. I don't trust it, and I think we just continue moving forward. But it's up to you. He takes like a couple steps back.
It's weird that it's sitting in this sphere. Can Cadmiel reach through the sphere? He's not going to touch
The map is
near
not
Gunn.
accurate. The sphere's destroyed. I just can't take it off the map.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's literally just the butt plug and the anal beads in this room. Favorite
Cadmiel is going to take
description
one of
ever.
the arrows he has for his bow and just kind of poke.
Nothing bad happens as you kind of like the butt plug just kind of rolls a little bit and the beads jingle a little bit.
I think you really have to like use it for the magic to work.
Can I Arcana check the runes on the beads?
It's like this. They're obviously magical, but also you can cast Identify whenever you want. So unfortunately, that is how you're that or a short rest.
Identify. Well, it'll just be 1 minute.
It requires you to be touching it the whole time, though.
God.
Robert just said, "This is fucked." Do you touch the beads for a minute?
I think we should just move on.
We just went through all of that.
I suggested we just leave it the fuck alone.
I'll fucking
Right.
taking that shit if nobody wants it, man. I said dibs.
And one of you wanted to break through the shield, right? And we defeated the enemies. But just because we can take it does not mean we should.
Really should. Quaylen, just because I tried to push on you that one time doesn't mean you have to be so like,
Gary, you can shut the fuck up.
hey, you're the one that is not down for exploration. That's fine. I do respect that about Tinkles. I have to say that. I can't believe I'm saying that.
Not in Tingle's mind. We are not yet fully aware of what he's capable of, or what his intentions are. As of right now, he's an enemy, and everything in here is a danger and threat to us.
Especially that, as he points to the plug. I'm pretty sure that, knowing Tingles, there's going to be a lot of STCs on that thing.
Could I use my weave to not have to touch it?
No, that's fair. No, but he's not wrong because I gave him the ability to kind of like change the way his spells work. So like I like to imagine you almost like make a mage hand to attempt to try and do this identify. Counter spell. Your identifies blasted away as you try and reshape it.
You say that something is like triggering counterspell, like every time we do something.
Every time a spell is cast, counterspell comes flying out and trying to interrupt whatever's happening.
And you said
Can
it's
we-
like behind?
Go ahead and roll another
Like
perception
behind
check.
us?
The last perception check you did, Romeo, seemed to come from your south, maybe? With a 16?
That's even lower.
Hard to tell.
All right, I'm gonna pull out my alchemy jug and use it to conjure. Let's see, can I do hard liquor?
Are you going to sanitize it?
I'm trying.
I don't think it's gonna work on STCs, man. Those things are pretty darn. They're stuck on there.
Okay, so it says vinegar, but it doesn't say how concentrated the vinegar can be.
You
so
want to
I'm
make the
making,
vinegar
really
very
strong
concentrated.
I
Yeah,
have-
100%.
like
I have
100%.
really
detect
strong
poison.
acetic acid.
I have detect poison in disease. Just FYI, like I can.
I mean, if there's any time for that.
Do you want to try and
Let
detect
me see.
poison?
For the duration, you sense the location of poisons, poisonous or venomous creatures, and magical contagions within 30 feet of you. I would say an
Well, can
STC
we?
is a magical contagion. Yeah.
If
Maybe
there
we
was,
should try to.
let me say this real quick. If there was STCs in this room, I would allow your spell to detect it. Go ahead, Justin.
I was gonna say maybe we should try to. Maybe try it outside of the room. If something in the room is counterspelling everything we do.
That's true. Right. I would waste a first level spell slot if I just did it in here. So
Right.
that's a good point, Romulo.
Can I have Rico
Step back.
fly in, pick up the beads? It's my cat's paw. Gotta do it.
He's looking at you like, I'm going to remember of all the things you've done, of all the things you made me do. Now he picks him up and brings him out of the room.
Telltale Games notification. Rico will remember this.
All right. I'm gonna try to identify it again.
Okay.
Outside of the room.
What level are you casting Identify? Counterspell! The yell comes out again. Gonna roll another perception check because I know you're trying to figure it out.
Can I give guidance to him?
It really doesn't matter for Romul in this case. But you can still. Oh no. I'm fine if you guys wanted to like, quote unquote, try and figure it out. 21.
Was
Now
that 21?
it sounds to have come and manifested from your west.
Does it sound like it's coming
like-
from the plug?
No, 100% not coming
over
from
here?
the plug. Yeah, it seemed like the counterspell energy in this case would have come from the west, slamming into you.
I gotta have some spell in here that just.
Y'all are wasting all your spells.
To be fair, Romul I think is like casting Identify like a ritual and triggering it that way, which
I
doesn't
haven't
use a spell
cast
slot.
a spell yet, but I do think I have. I don't know. Is there like a
Well, let
I
me
guess
ask real quick. Was that what you were
cast it
doing,
first.
Justin? Like, to be fair, you
No,
said
no, I
minute the
was-
first time, so I wasn't sure. If it's
Yeah, because if it's a ritual, it's 11 minutes. So I figured just for time's sake, I was just gonna use a spell slot.
True. When you said minute, I was imagining it was a ritual. So the first one, definitely, it's up to you if you wanted to do a ritual for the second one, or maybe you realize maybe you can try it a different way.
I just assumed it was a first level slot. Just used it.
Okay.
Okay, so even outside of the room, counter spell is still going off. Look, we need to find the source of this thing that keeps interrupting us.
So has nobody like actually touched the? I'm not going to say the words. The thing yet.
I hope
Rico
your
is
son
the
is
only
sitting
one
next
that
to you.
has touched the cursed artifact.
The cursed artifact.
Well,
And nothing
we don't
happens
know if
to
it's
her.
cursed.
Right. It's cursed, all right, but
It is cursed, if not magically, then spiritually.
No judgment.
I
we
have
can
a
drop it in
scroll.
this jug.
Remove curse. One scroll.
Well, did Quaylen, did you try and detect poison?
I was going to. We stepped out of the room, but then
Yeah,
Ron-
identify
Yeah,
got
I feel like
counterspell
if you
again.
do, right.
So no,
we
I
can drop it
haven't
in
touched
here.
anything.
Let's clean it up, and I'll touch the stupid thing. But nobody look.
I'm looking through like all. What is this?
So Orqua, did you say you were going to try and pick up one of the items, both the items?
Yeah, I'm gonna have Rico drop it in the jug of vinegar.
Okay, you drop them in there, and then you pull them out
Swish it around,
gingerly,
good,
swish it around, give it a good cleaning, whatever's happening, and you pull them out, and you're holding them in your hands, and nothing bad seems to be happening.
Well, I didn't die yet.
Some of these are what you would call a slow burn, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you can just go in the bag for now.
I'll tell that you.
So with the closer look, there's runes on the both of them.
There's runes on the beads. Each of the beads have little runes inscribed on it, so it obviously seems to be magical in some way. The ornate other item, the butt plug, is doesn't seem to be like magic in that sense, but it does seem to have a hefty amount of importance to it. Hefty being key for it's like, oh, it's kind of got a nice weight to it.
All right, I'll throw the plug on the ground and smash it.
Okay, you go ahead and roll an attack roll for me.
Reckless. That's a critical. 19.
So Orpho holds onto the beads, drops the butt plug on the ground, and then just wham, with like faster than you guys can even follow, just smashes the butt plug, smashing it. And because you rolled a nat 20, I'm going to automatically say you succeed and do not take any damage from force, as a kind of, there's a blast of force magic or force damage, actual magic from it. And as you do that, there's like all these like quote unquote neurons, these floating little balls of light start kind of going crazy, lightning, and like everything starts kind of trembling a little bit and shifting slightly.
I think that hurt him.
What the frick did you do? Oh God!
Is anybody gonna stick these things where the sun don't shine? If not, I'm gonna smash them too.
No, please don't! You don't friends have your friends, you monster!
I'll toss them up in the air and hit them like I'm swinging a baseball bat.
Okay. You toss him up, and I mean, everyone okay with Orpha? Everyone want to stop him or anything? No.
Is he doing that to the beads?
He's not doing to the beads. Yeah, he's gonna baseball bat him.
I'm worried with the runes. Maybe we should at least wait until we know what it does.
Does that
That's
stop
not
you, Orkfo?
Kind of how I operate. No.
Yeah, so Orkfo just continues to do it. So it's up to if you want to like mechanically try and
Two
stop
words
him.
left
Yeah.
his mouth.
Like
No, I don't think there's anything I could do mechanically to stop.
poof, you just
So like,
you bat them and they go
Yep.
flying, and Gary's like, "No," and as they hit the ground, or I say ground, but they go out into the distance, and it's, as they all kind of split and break from whatever little tie they had. As each bead hits the ground, they're like little explosions, like they were little grenades.
maybe we should have held
Was
on
that
to
like-
those.
Is that like a necklace of fireballs?
You would have seen magical force like they were beads of force.
Beads of force.
Which, no cap, no lying. Actually, it might be bead because then you can get a certain amount. A bead of force. I had that in there, and then JP, not knowing any about that, started describing anal beads. I don't remember if I made them beads because of tingles or not, or but I definitely already had those in that space. So the serendipity there of JP just coming out of his own butt was beautiful.
Well,
Whether
I
those
guess
would have
we
been
move on
efficient
now.
for you guys with your damage outputs for everything else, I don't know, but it was really funny to have magical anal beads in there with actual usage. Though after the fact, I started RPing Gary wanting them. I'm like, holy fuck, if he uses these, they're actually a trap.
yeah.
Oh, I didn't think about that until after I
Oh,
started
God.
RPing him. Yeah.
No good can come from that.
It's like, what the most
Months
dangerous
later.
item? Yeah. Gary just is dead.
Quaylen hears a pop in the other room.
But destroying the butt plug seemed to have an effect on your environment.
Does this seem like more chaotic or like
Maybe the counter spell thing will stop. Is that
Nothing has visibly changed. It was essentially the whole like you're in the dungeon and an earthquake rumbles, dust falls from the ceiling vibe. Everything just kind of got very tense and strange and vibraty for a little bit, and then it's got silent again.
think we hit a nerve? We didn't notice anything like that when we destroyed the statue that looked like Tingles, did we?
No.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna keep going this way.
Let's go.
And I'm going to
Cadmail
check
will
for
keep an eye out
traps.
for traps. Okay.
Perception
Yeah, go and roll a perception check.
for 18.
Perception. 12.
Mm-hmm. 18. Okay. All right. You peer into this chamber and you see these columns going up, and they seem to be copper-plated pillars of some sort. And so they're copper-plated, but the pillars themselves seem to be made out of iron. With an 18 perception check, you do see that they're kind of, if you're looking closely, you see like almost like static electricity on it for a second. Like, zoop. You have to be like really looking to have noticed it.
Here, they look all tingly. Watch what you touch in here. I mean, that's like everywhere, but yeah. Do-do-do-do.
Orkfo Cadmill, please make dexterity saving throws. Orkfo at advantage because of danger sense.
Does
can't
this
see
count
that
as an
effect.
effect that affects only me?
Yes. Technically, this is not an AoE. Yeah. So this would be targeting you. Both of you are being targeted individually as
Woohoo.
the pillars and lightning at the two of you.
Yay, I get to use
23.
interpose shield for once. Saving throw, dex save, take half damage. I can take a reaction and take no damage if I succeed on the save. And I'm holding a shield.
Wow.
18 to hit, or
Save.
on my
You
save.
both succeed, so do what you need with that, but it's half normally with a success.
Cool. I use my reaction and take 0.
Look at that damage die though. 40, 10, 10, 10, and a 9. That's
Yeah, it's
insane.
1 away from max. That's crazy.
I've never rolled like that. That's crazy. Oh, you remember how I was kind of playing with your guys' crits and the rules were kind of a little weird, or like melee attacks, like, oh, if you're D8 and you roll an 8, you get to roll another 8 and add it to it, kind of thing.
Yes.
They've actually introduced that mechanic in 2024 with certain, like, I've only seen it with cantrip so far. There's like a new sorceress cantrip that you can choose its element, like acid, fire, cold, and then it's like it's a D8 spell, but if you roll an 8, you get to roll another D8, and if you crit, you can keep going if you keep rolling 8s in it. So I'm like, I love that. Something I tweaked and fiddled with actually got introduced officially in 2024. That's all. There's some really cool stuff in 24. Just throwing it out there. Sorcerers also have a base ability now. It's pretty much what I call the Sorceress Rage. For a bonus action, they can go into a state for a minute where their spell save DC goes up 1 or 2, and then their attack rolls are at advantage. It's kind of a cool little feature. Anyways, sorry, turn up. Yeah, so you're in the space, and you're like, ah, and then you see them begin to kind of charge back up.
Did it come from one particular one, or was it kind of like
all of these? Just like some went
all of
towards
them?
you, once went towards Cadmail.
Okay. I'm gonna run for it.
Okay, you're gonna run. So we're going to roll initiative because timing and spacing, everything is actually going to be very important. Or let's say
we
that
just-
don't roll initiative. We're going to keep your
Oh.
scores, but Orkville, you're first, so that's perfect. The rest of you guys are watching this happen, right? So Orkville, go ahead and use your what you would do on a turn in this moment.
All right. Okay. See, move my 35 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20. I see there's more pillars.
Mm-hmm. They're all kind of.
So like these are charging up, like do they, like, and I realize this is all kind of like happening, but like do I get the impression that like I'm gonna get hit again if I keep going forward, or don't know?
They are all charging up. That's all you can tell,
Okay.
and you're moving through the space.
Gotcha. Okay. And I see, like, just from my vision, I see like there's a way through here and a way through down here,
Yep.
maybe.
Correct.
That's all I see. Okay. So I'm going to go towards the north. So 25, 30, 35. And I still haven't been hit or anything. Still my turn. So I guess I will dash.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20. What do I see up here?
Currently
What's
you're
this
seeing
guy?
like there's a door with some like a very
Uh-huh.
elaborate knocker on it that looks like Tingle's face.
Oh. Uh,
I'm not too worried about what's going on up there. I'm more about your like what you chose to do
Okay.
during this turn through that one room. So I'm gonna go
Yeah.
ahead and go over the Cadmail. What do? You're in the room, you see Orpha go running through, and you see the pillars all charging up again. What do you do?
Well, this brings to mind the idea that if they are charging up after Orkfo went through, they might zap me,
Yeah, they're actively
which
charging.
is better than them
Yep.
zapping anyone else. So, Wait, that's cone still. Line. I can fly and dash. So,
Are you going to fly and dash out the room? Let's go. 'Cause movement. Boop, boop, boop. You're there. Nothing bad happens.
55. Trying to.
Yeah, gave you exact. Honestly, out there, not who worried about it. So what do the rest of you do as you guys see Orcvo and Cadmail go through that space and they just got zapped? Quaylen Romuald?
Would Quaylen have noticed that they were getting zapped as like from the floor, or just
It's from the pillars. The pillars 100% are shooting lightning at people and they did it. They got shot and then they ran out and then get shot a second time.
I guess I would try to. I'd probably use my cape to try and dimension door to the other side where they are.
Ooh. Do you take Tatiana or Quaylen with you?
Yeah, just dimension door. Probably Tatiana, and then I would fly Rico. He could just, we'll see what
And
happens.
no ringing sound of counterspell comes out as you use your magic item to cast Dimension Door. The two of you make it over there.
I will know. I think the item, just allows you to cast Dimension Door. So I don't know if it would still be casting.
So the way it depends. Like the Ring of Spells store and the way it's phrased, it's very much like you're allowed, like you cast it using like the abilities of the spellcaster, et cetera, et cetera. Wand of Magic Missile, for instance, it's the item itself casting Magic Missile, and an item like that cannot be counterspelled. Most I would say 95% of magic spells coming out of an item cannot be counterspelled.
All right.
It's like, to be fair, it's mostly comes down to VSM stuff. And I really cannot even, to be fair, actually, no, actually, I think I'm wrong. Ring of Spell Storing, actually, I don't think you can counterspell either, anything that's in that, FYI. Unless the ability in the item is like, you can cast Resurrection, or like, let's say Revivify, right? You can cast Revivify without using material components, right? That means you can then still cast it, but you still have to use the VS components, therefore can be counterspelled. Unless there's language like that in there, it, magic items cannot be counterspelled. So majority of the time. So definitely use that for strategic usages.
Alrighty.
Because I did used to rule that differently, but I thought I had updated you guys on that, but I might have, but it's been so long, God knows when the last time I felt like I needed to counterspell a magic item.
And I guess I'll just leave Rico there next turn.
Yeah, I mean, Quaylen, what would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna shift into an air elemental which has resistance to lightning, and then just fly over.
What is your total movement as that?
90 feet.
Okay.
As an air elemental.
Pew. What is Rico's total movement?
It's like 60 flying.
Okay.
So he'd make it to right here. So.
And then he dashes. So you all just kind of make it across that room. All right, so I'm gonna give you something above table here because it's very weird. You see a door to your west, right? You can literally see into the room beyond it. But I want you to imagine, like, if this was a real dungeon, there's a door there. You need to go through the door. Okay. Does that weirdly make sense?
As players, we can see beyond the door. As
your characters can, but the
Oh.
laws of this dungeon treat it like you need to go through the door. It's very weird. But like, let's just say Cadmel's like, there's a door here. Can I just walk past? As you try to go past, you feel that sense of danger and something coming your way, and you step back.
So we're going into the bad memories if we don't go into the door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But there is an ornate knocker on this that looks like a face of Tingles. And it does say in common, inscribed into it, says knock before you enter. And to your east, you do see a
Tingles do
room.
love ornate knockers.
And to your east, you do see a room that seems to have some sort of shelving in it, maybe.
Yeah, Cadmail just kind of turns back, shrugs, and knocks.
Okay. You knock and it begins to glow. There's a huge explosion of magical flame, and I need everyone to make dexterity saving throws. Stuff like Dangerousness would trigger here. This is an AoE, so I don't think your ability, Cadmail, would trigger in this moment.
19 dex.
Actually, let me do a quick measurement because it does say 20 feet.
It's a magical
Everyone,
effect.
including Rico, no.
It is a magical effect. It is. Yeah, Rico, unfortunately.
Oh, thank heavens.
Oh.
It's that guy in Waterworld.
All right. Yeah, dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw.
And this is Fuego.
For when I'm in wild shape, do I just?
So when you're looking at your sheet, they do something very convenient. When you're looking at Quaylen, go to extras. And
Yeah,
then,
I'm in extras, and I have selected.
And when you click on it for wild shape stuff, make sure it's the wild shape one. It automatically updates like what your stats should be in that form. Does that make sense? Because you're an eagle again.
Like Dex has a 20. No, I'm a air elemental.
Oh, you're the air elemental. Yeah. Yeah. So when you click on that, use whatever stats in there.
So I see Dex 20 plus 5. Would it be a D20 plus 5? Is that
correct?
The idea?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Got it. 9.
All right. 22 was the save. 22.
Cool.
Okay.
So, and this is a half if you succeeded or if you, yeah. So use that.
I would have needed a net 20.
43 fire damage. Romuald, as this goes off, you very much recognize a glyph on the knocker.
Do I get a reaction, or is this like a surprise?
I think this would be a surprise just because it triggers in that moment. Because this is weird because this. Let me look at the description. This is actually the first time I've actually ever really used a glyph of warding. So let's see. Because it's already been cast, right? So like it's cast, so it's not necessarily you reacting to a spell or an attack roll. You're just actually what's happening is an effect is triggering. So like I actually. So what would you try to react to? Or with, I should say.
Well, I think it was going to be absorb element, which is the reactions for when I take damage.
Yeah, therefore that would be fine. Yeah, if you wanted to use it for that,
okay.
You could. Yep.
Go ahead and do that.
All right.
Sorry, how much damage? You said it was 43 damage?
43 fire damage.
43. Okay.
Well, that was mean. He told us to knock.
Yeah.
You look at the knocker, and there is a visage of there's Tingle's face, and now it's like he almost grew a bust, and he does have big old breast, and he's also giving a finger now. Little hands have grown.
Is it a-
Gentlemen, I think we need to remind ourselves to investigate every single thing before we touch it. We are in Tingle's domain here. He intends to get us any way he can. Please remember
Alls I-
to look at something
It's not.
before touching it.
It's not just tingles.
Yeah, that dude's really good at making dungeons too, so, same thing applies. Let's go and check out the bookshelf thingies. There maybe is a key or something.
For that room, you look through it, and there's a lot of different objects in here. In a different time and place, some of this actually would have been important and maybe useful, because a lot of what you find in there, as someone like Romuald poking his head in there, or Tatiana, like, oh, there's a lot of spell components in there, which most of your spellcasters don't need them anymore, for the most part. So Tatiana goes around through behind you and starts like perhaps collecting some items. Obviously, Romuald, narratively, you could still collect items out of habit or out of curiosity. But it seems to be
It's just spell components,
yes.
like diamonds. Are there just diamonds lying around?
Go and roll an investigation check. But Orkvo was looking first. If Orkvo, you want to do the investigation check first, you can.
It's 7.
7. You don't
It's
find
good
any
to get my
diamonds.
garbage rolls out on
Yeah.
stuff that doesn't matter to me personally.
Yeah, so Ram, if you'd like to do an investigation check to find anything of like, ooh, spell components. Any pearls, any diamonds up in this bitch? You can definitely do an investigation check.
I guess I don't think I need spell components anymore.
Like
Damn, I'm getting my good rolls out of the way.
You find a lot. You find a little chest. I'm not gonna like make you like you roll a crit, or nat 20. You open it up and there's the glimmer of diamonds. There's 10 diamonds worth 1,000 gold inside of it.
10 diamonds worth 1,000 gold.
Each. And then you find a something you would have seen Tingles use once or twice. The chalice, the gem encrusted chalice worth 10,000 gold.
For
I believe that was
the
the value.
feast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Essentially, with your nat 20 in this space, you would have found any spell component that would have had a value. You find it here in some sort of capacity. Those are just the really nice ones I can remember off the top of my head. So worth money, I guess, in its own way.
Stuff the bag.
Chauvidine?
Yeah, you know where you can shove that diamond, Orkvo? Up your fucking ass. Destroying this beautiful object. Camille, as sorry, go ahead if you want to respond to it.
If you want me to.
What did you say?
Yeah, nothing.
You said something about normally, dude? Wait, what did you say?
Here, come take a closer look.
I'll put the diamond in his mouth.
Oh.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay, I feel better now. Thank you. That's a nice diamond. You shove 1,000 gold versus diamond in his mouth. He's like, okay, no hard feelings. Maybe I can put this on the end of something. And he kind of crawls back into wherever he hides. Catmill's a martial expert. You do see a shield on the ground in here. It's beautiful. And like on it is a like angelic visage, and there's like these bronze feathers coming up and out of it.
All right. Well, Quaylen, Tatiana, I recommend you step back a bit further. Go with Romul and Orkfo.
The ghost of Rico follows you guys around.
Cadmail knocks again.
Okay. Actually, let me check something real quick. I actually need to know. Like, this is a very specific thing. So let's see. When and how it recharges. Oh, nothing happens.
Okay. Kick the door down.
You kick the door and it almost feels like it was stuck in place, like it was in hinges, even though it just kind of seems freestanding. You kick it in and down on the ground, exposing the space inside, which does seem to be relatively abandoned beyond the shield.
Yep. All right, door's open.
Funny magic, but we can't just go around it. I'll go
Good, no.
first.
Oh.
You go first.
Nothing bad seems to be happening.
All right, I'm gonna take a look at the shield.
You get a closer look. Again, it does seem to be some sort of runes inscribed on it, giving you the impression that perhaps it's magical. But it's beautiful in its own way, of the that angelic visage on it with these bronze, like feathery wings shaping most of the form of it.
Cadmail, you know that one thing of somebody stepping on a skateboard such that it comes vertical and they grab the other side?
Yeah.
Cadmail tries that with the shield.
So I need to sneeze. I need to sneeze, but it's not coming. Nothing bad happens. Does still feel very steely, very metallic.
Hey, Romul, can you identify something for me, please?
Let's find out. Is it the shield?
Yeah.
I will do that. I will try to without touching it for 11 minutes. I'm going to do it as a ritual if you want to wait.
All right. Does everyone wait for 10 minutes for Romul to attempt to do identify?
Yes.
Oh.
Are you hanging out in that room, Quaylen?
No, I'll move over. Bing bong.
Okay.
I'm still in air elemental form.
Okay. I'll just make it a little bigger to help remember. All right. 10 minutes go out without any hitches, and you finish casting Identify into the shield. It is identified as a spell guard shield. And you're like, oh, that's interesting. But then you hear the laugh of a maniacal laugh of Tingles that goes in and out, like as it's like mixing in between Tingles and Acerak. As Identify triggers the thing inside of it, and it begins to glow, and then there's an explosion of energy, not hurting you. But as the light forms, there's a figure now standing in the room with you, tall, menacing, breathing heavy. a big, nasty mace, long, big wings, and we're going to be rolling initiative. I actually think he might be a size bigger than that.
You said this was a spell guard shield.
Yes, those also seem to be housing something in it. And to his chest is strapped an item that I would like JP to describe. Actually, no, I think he's only.
To his chest?
Yep. Another Tingles object. Or it could be that they see a Tingles butt plug in certain areas on this
No,
person. It's just all
let's-
butt plugs.
When you first see it, your first glance, you think it's like a breastplate with like bull horns coming out. You know, kind of protruding forward to either side. But then, as I don't know, things become a little bit more clear. It's less pointy at the end and a little bit more blunt, or just rounded at each end, and you realize it's just a double-sided dildo, just kind of popping out on either side.
Love it. You do see that strapped to his person. All right, fresh initiative on this, and things got kind of muddied with you guys running through that room. That didn't really feel like a proper thing to keep track of combat-wise. So let's do a fresh one. Okay.
Lost my tab. Where did it go?
Right back.
Ooh.
All right. Romuel, right off the rip, looks like you're top of the order. I think you're talking probably to your kid, Jeff. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw unless you have an effect dealing with fright and fear.
This is a spell or magical effect?
It is not.
Wisdom?
Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, wait, that was a wisdom save. I'm sorry. But we can take the roll.
I do
just
think
make
we'll
it
still-
a +8
Yeah,
instead.
I do think we'll take the 10, making it an 18, which is not enough. You are frightened. This is not one of those extra layers of frightened. It's just frightened, so we should be able to look up condition frightened. Oh wait, the lookup is a little weird. I honestly don't know if it's doing 2024. That's formatted. That makes me feel like it's 2024.
I mean,
It seems
yeah,
like it's
that
what it
looks
remembers.
Right for,
Well,
yeah, the
frightened
very
and
bottom
fear
says
used to be
PHB
really
2024.
Yeah, they used to be really annoying. So I'm going to actually need to cross-reference the actual book, because frightened used to be annoying because a lot of abilities from monsters, like you're frightened and then this, and then there's extra stuff and extra stuff.
Looking at D&D Beyond, it still has the legacy definition, as it's called.
Yeah,
A frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight, and the creature can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear.
okay, so still the
So
same.
it's the
thing.
same rule.
Okay, excellent. So you're frightened. What's your turn?
All right. I'm gonna misty step away. This door is destroyed, right?
Counterspell.
Yeah, that's good.
Misty step goes off.
Action to take disengage. Oh, misty step goes off.
No, goes away. Does not go off.
I'm gonna use my action to disengage, and I'm gonna run back here.
10-4.
30 here. And that's my turn.
Cadmail is up. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw unless you have a ability that deals with frightened or fear.
My scaled ornament glows to indicate that I'm not afraid.
So you just autos. You just can't be frightened.
Yeah, I'm straight up immune to charmed and frightened conditions.
Perfect. Excellent. So your turn goes off, and you go do whatever you're going to do.
Well, bonus action, Fighting Spirit. So that's 15 temp HP and advantage on all 5 of my swings. Split the first one into 2 that aren't at advantage, so I have 6 swings. 27 to hit.
27 will hit.
And also 27 damage.
Total of 27. Part of that is radiant lightning. Got it. So we're good.
Oh, I imagine it's a... What is it, a
And then
resistance thing to slashing?
not for your thing. I was more looking at the radiant lightning
Okay.
part of it.
In
So
this case, another 27 damage.
'Kay.
Because 29 to hit.
Justin, did I see, or did you see me say roll a perception check?
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I chatted it, or I put it in chat. Continue though, Academy. I just wanted to do in the background.
32
5.
to hit.
You're still having a hard time identifying where that counterspell is coming from. That was you trying to like get a
23
bead
damage.
more on it again. All right.
Yeah.
So you did 11 plus
Yeah.
12 for
Ban
23.
the word bead for the rest of the night.
What'd you say, Justin?
Said, can we ban the word bead for the rest of the night?
I don't know. It's a
32
Tingles
to
one. I
hit
don't.
for 26
I have to like
damage.
censor a lot. All right, for 26 damage. Okay.
Okay, I'm checking how many swings I've done. So that's 1, 2, without advantage. 1, 2 with advantage. So I've got another 2 with advantage. I think.
Are you action
34
surging?
to hit. Not
Oh,
action
you have
surging.
you have that ability to like split an attack or something.
So I have six total swings, with 4 of them being.
You're
at
giving yourself
advantage.
advantage and then can also split.
Yes.
Okay, I trust you. I thought it was like one or the other.
I'm only allowed to do that once per turn on an attack I have advantage on from something. So
I think you gave yourself advantage 2 times. That's why I'm curious then.
Fighting Spirit is you can give yourself advantage on weapon attack rolls until the end of the current turn.
Oh.
So it's a 34 to hit for 22.
Oh, I didn't notice you were giving yourself advantage on all of them. I thought some of them. Oh, yeah, your first roll wasn't an advantage. I think that's why I'm confused.
The first 2, because with Fighting Spirit, I made all 5 of my swings with advantage. And then with another feature from Samurai, I split the first one with advantage into 2 without.
Okay, Fighting Spirit
Understood.
triggers, and then you use another feature that is then splitting that one into multiple attacks. Gotcha.
Yeah, the other one is called
I do remember. It's just been so long,
Rapid Strike.
and I know you know how to play your character. I just needed a refresher on how the flow was going.
Yeah. So that was 1. There's the 2 without advantage. That's second proper, third proper, fourth proper. So I got 1 more attack left.
Sweet, sweet, sweet.
30 even on to hit.
Cool, cool, cool.
19 plus 10, 29 damage.
Excellent.
Is it still standing?
Oh, yeah. Anything else? You're hitting him. You're like, oh, this guy's actually kind of tough.
Cool. Action Surge.
That's fine. Go for it.
So 30 to hit for 20 damage.
Okay.
25 to hit for 28 damage.
Okay.
26 to hit for 24 damage.
Okay.
24 to hit. 28 damage.
Okay.
And let me triple check, because I swear I know how to count most of the time. First. Fifth. 2. Okay, so I've got 1 left, and that's it. That's a crit.
Okay.
26 damage, plus the Dragon's Wrath. 23, so that's 49 total damage on that slash.
Excellent. Okay.
Is he bloodied?
No, he is not.
Darn.
You may or may not be close to that, but he is not bloodied.
Well, there's a good mini boss in terms of tanking health, the slashes.
Above tables is a Juice That Pit Fiend, which is a high level devil. Anything else?
That is end of my turn.
All right. Quaylen is up. You're an air elemental.
Just a reminder that your heroes use for this, so all of us are right. Like Rhymel.
Oh, Heroes Feast is active.
Yeah, we did it before we came here.
Was that from Tingles?
No, it was from Quaylen. Tingles would not cast it.
Yeah,
Quaylen
okay. I
cast
was going to
it.
make sure. I'm like, if Tingles did that, 100% I was going to take it from you when you entered this place from
Right. No, Quaylen casted it because I'm missing one of my 6th level spell slots, and that's
Beautiful.
That's what it was. I remember that. So Ramiel's character would.
Oh, he was immune to frightened because of Heroes Feast. Your microphone did break up a little bit. Okay, let's take a step back in time then, and Ramiel, go ahead and take your turn. And give yourself Misty Step back, because I don't think you would have done that. Or you might have, but...
no, that's what I was going to do.
Okay.
I was going to Misty Step and Firebolt, so... But if Counterspell would have happened regardless, my turn would have been the same.
Okay, 10-4. Okay, Quaylen's up.
Okay, so with that being said, I'm interested in this. Well, he can do 2 slam attacks. 5. But this whirlwind attack.
Oh, wait, no, and sorry, I'm like, make a wisdom saving throw. You can't be frightened, so this is perfect. Cool, continue.
Yeah. No, I think the slam might be a better. What does it mean when it says on a failure, a target takes 15 and then in parentheses 3d8 plus 2? What is the 15 there for?
That is, so that's more for a DM going, I want to be quicker, and so instead of rolling that 3d8, that's the average. Like, oh, DM, do you want to just go quicker? Just take the average. Here's 15. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No. Okay.
Or for help you to calculate like how much damage a critter can do for quick balancing, like, oh, averaging out this much.
Yeah. Okay. And then if it's 20 feet away from the elemental in random direction, if the target strikes an object such as a wall or floor, the target takes d6 bludgeoning damage for every 10 feet it was thrown. Well, on a fail. Does it say the target takes half the bludgeoning? Let's just do 2 slam attacks. I have multi-attack. I can do 2 slam attacks. Plus 8 to hit. So I'm going to do 2 d20s, and we'll just add 8 to each. Does that work, Nate?
Yep.
Okay, so that is 8 to a 14, which is
So 22 and yep, both hit.
Both hit. Okay.
Yeah.
And then 2d8 plus 5. So I'll do the first one, 2d8. Okay, 11, so 16.
Okay.
And 13.
Okay.
So a total of what, 20, 29? Yeah.
You're an air elemental. I think you probably have an ability that makes your wild shape attacks count as magical? I'm just going to, at this point, I'm just going to say they're magical.
It's bludgeoning damage. I don't know if that matters.
I think there's a world where your wild shape stuff is not counting as a magical attack and would be halved against a creature like this, because it's not a quote-unquote magic weapon, but I don't care. Go ahead and just do your normal damage. That's like very nitpicky at the power level. Everyone else is swinging shit around, and this is like one of your abilities. There's a chance you have something that's like your attacks count as magical, but so we're good. Okay.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
All right. So the first thing he does is, you will not hold me again. And he his wings, and he lifts up in the air and begins to fly directly up, triggering attacks of opportunity from Cadmail and Quaylen if they would like to use them.
Yeah, I'll use it.
17 to hit.
17 misses.
For the attack of opportunity.
It's just whatever your slam attack is, just one time.
Oh, slam. Okay, yeah.
Or you can choose. If you have more than one attack with your monster stat block, you can choose which one.
The other one's a whirlwind, and it's like a DC.
Yeah, it needs to be something. Yeah, it has to be a hit roll. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So D20 plus 8. That missed.
Unfortunately, both miss. But you see him kind of rise up in the air like he's just trying to fucking leave. But as he rises up, Cadmail, that sensation, you see him kind of start shaking his head, and then you just hear him scream out in pain. That's how much psychic damage he made a save against. I won't tell you if he succeeded or failed, but you do hear him screaming in pain and realizing he actually can't go farther. So he turns around and kind of flies back down. And as he's coming right down at you, Cadmail. All right, first attack. That's a 29 to hit.
Let me see what I have that can...
And it's people are like, oh yeah, Nate, that obviously hits. I'm like, yeah, you don't play with Cadmail. 26.
You're gonna hate me so much.
No, I assumed that's what I said 29, but I am not excited. I'm like, there's a chance you have a chance to up bump your AC with something. You're a level 20 fighter.
Gift of the Metallic Dragon.
Yes.
The last feat that I took, I think. Protective Wings. You can manifest protective wings that can shield you or others. When you or another creature you can see within 5 feet of you is hit by an attack roll, you can use your reaction to manifest spectral wings. Oh, wait, no, I can't. I don't have my reaction. Because I attacked
Oh,
yeah. You
yeah.
do hit Cadmail.
Okay.
With something that's not a crit.
Hey! All right. So first half of this is going to be 24 piercing damage. And then it's going to be a con save for a poison effect.
Okay.
I say poison because, so much stuff has, so many people have things against poison.
Well,
I forget.
A Hero's Feast, I think.
Yeah, if we're
Oh,
still under the effect of Hero's Feast, then yeah, we're immune to poison.
I actually need to fact check that one because it's been so long.
I think we did it just before entering.
No, you guys definitely have it up. I just literally can't remember that part of the effect.
Creature. Well, it's okay. Resistance to poison damage, and it has immunity to the frightened and poison.
Yeah, so resistance to it. Remember
the immunity to poison condition, so it can receive poison damage, but it can't remain poisoned after that, I guess.
I'm not going to go by what's in the Avray, by the way, Riley, because there's a good chance it's exactly the same. But at this point with spells, a lot of spells did get tweaked. So, like Spiritual Guardians, for instance, acts completely different than the old one. So I'm not going to go off of what's on there. It could be exactly the same thing. So
Fair enough.
I do want to make sure it's the 2024 one. Or 2014 one, excuse me.
So
I don't know which one you're
one?
looking at. Yeah, I don't know which
14
one
or
you're looking at.
2020?
Yeah. 2014. Old
So
one,
legacy.
Yeah, legacy.
says creature is cured. Hold on.
Yeah, resistance to poison probably in there. And then immunity.
Becomes immune to poison and being frightened.
Cool.
So it's cured of all disease and poison, becomes immune to poison and being frightened. It makes all wisdom saving throws with advantage.
Oh, the new one got tweaked a
Just
little
in
bit, like
case.
poison damage and the poison condition got differentiated a little bit, it looks like. Cool. All right, you're immune to poison, so you do not need to make the save and take the extra potential 66 on that one.
I'm glad, because I did an 18 total.
Yeah. Okay, that was his first one. As he comes down, mechanically, he tried to bite you. And then he then tries to claw you. Yeah. Try and claw you. And 18's a miss. And then his mace comes in, slamming down. 22 is a miss. And then he tries to hit you with his tail. 4 attacks. And as he goes out like a madman at you. 21. Miss.
No.
Only the first one hits. All right, Orc foe's up.
Right. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to attack him, but I am aiming for the double-sided artifact on his demony chest.
I'm really enjoying the image of Fox just being in the room with you and you really watching your language, or potentially him nearby.
He's not. He's long been dead.
Okay.
I'm just looking out for him finding me on YouTube.
Fair enough.
Oh, well. I'm
So
done.
let me tell you about our epic ending to our 3-year-long campaign. It was everything and more. Above table, I do find it very poetic to have these kind of themes in it, because I do feel like we came out the gate and running originally with Badgers and like Quaylen, and it's the Inglorious Badgers, right? All that was influenced by freaking Gary.
It's apropos.
Apropos.
Oh,
I
yeah.
add that to my stuff. Okay. So you go into swing at advantage, at reckless, because you just can. 30 hits, 19, and then fire damage. Immune to fire damage, unfortunately. So 19 though goes through. He is a devil, and you'll run against that into that a lot with devilish demon-like creatures.
I critted.
You critted. Okay.
Yeah.
And remember,
So
we
I'm
just
gonna roll it just to clear it. Yeah.
Yep, and we just max out all your damage.
So 2, 3, 5d6. So 30 plus 13, 43.
43. Excellent.
And
All right.
then one more. Ooh, so close.
Oh, that'd have been sick if you got a second one. Okay.
16 flashes.
All right. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna do one of those D4s. I don't know what it can do. I will do it for number 4. That's the Chaos Surge. So Chaos of the Soul, Shade of Demonic Beast, random creature, 20 feet, orb of frightened. Nobody can be frightened unless the demon can be frightened.
Let's check. He is a mini boss. Let's see if he can be frightened. Ooh, he can be frightened. He's
Cool.
scared.
So
And I
he
do
is
think
random.
I don't know if I went in and changed all your abilities, but essentially I'm going to take all the randomness out of those abilities, and you just focus on who you want to.
Okay.
because I don't want that to be like a random thing for Orkvo anymore at this point.
Fear me.
He is like, you do, like, after what Cadmail did to you, after what you just did to you, and Quaylen and all these people, and who knows how long he's been trapped in this thing, is like, you do get the impression like this might not be more of a figment. This might have been something left over from like a Sararak's machinations. So he is truly afraid. All right, he has the frightened condition, which brings us to Romuald.
I don't know if I want to do anything. Because if I don't do anything above third, it's just going to get counterspelled.
Just so you know, even level 1 spells, I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but I am rolling for any spell, whether it's a cantrip or level 1. I have to roll a D20, and I'm adding 6 to the modifier.
Yeah.
The cantrip being DC 10, level 1 being 11, and so on and so forth. So there's still a good chance of them getting it, but there's a roll.
Well, I'll go ahead and I'll shoot for disintegrate.
Okay.
But I'm gonna use my weave to change it to radiant damage. If I can do that.
Yes. All right. What level?
6.
All right. Here comes the counterspell. Ooh, disintegrate goes off without any issues.
All right. I think what is disintegrate? Con save? Let me make sure.
He will have advantage on this save. He does have a good con.
Oh, it's Dex.
It's Dex. He has a decent Dex. Advantage, first roll 18, second roll 10, so 18 total. I believe that's a failure.
18? Yeah.
Yeah, 18 is a failure.
Right. That's 68 radiate.
Yes. Yeah, this one's not evocation, right? So you can't re-roll those ones? Or like it's weird, like this one you can't manipulate?
I think the reroll ones is a feature for fire damage.
For fire specifically. Okay.
And it's not evocation, so I can't add the +6.
Love it.
So it's just 60.
All right. Anything else?
Nope, that's it. Radiant didn't do anything extra.
Nothing extra, but it was not resisted.
Okay.
All right. Camille's up. You'd be surprised how little Radiant does like extra damage to stuff. Like that you would think it might. I literally don't think I've ever seen a demon or devil that takes extra damage because of Radiant.
The Chimera did. The Demon Chimera.
Yeah, which is, to be fair, that was homebrew, right? That was
right.
To be fair.
I just remembered that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna try it with every.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Dude, new
All right.
hunt. So sorry, I don't want to always talk about 2024, but I do want to talk it up because like the new Ranger subclass Hunter, their Hunter's mark, when you put it on a thing, you know all of their resistances, immunities, vulnerabilities. Pretty cool. Just throwing it out there. Okay, got him out. A lot of cool features.
Well, more slicing and dicing
Oh,
and slicing.
he is bloodied, by the way. I think he was bloodied after a little while ago, but he is definitely bloodied.
Yeah, I think it was bloodied like during.
Pretty sure you did almost half his damage or HP pool in
Yeah.
your turn. Yeah, so it wasn't too long after you. Went. Yeah.
Either way, I slice and dice.
So,
But
casually do almost 300 damage in a turn. Okay.
I'm gonna hold on to all of my stuff. I'm just gonna do regular slice and dicey.
Okay.
24 to hit.
Do you have I don't think you have advantage because he's frightened, right? I think it's just he has a disadvantage.
Exactly.
Right,
Correct.
yeah. Okay. 18 to hit? No, 24 to hit. Okay, 18 damage plus
24 to
another
hit,
7.
25 damage.
25 damage. Okay. So look.
That's a crit.
Okay.
So 18 plus 18, so 36 damage.
Okay. So look.
Third attack is 26 to hit. 28 damage.
Okay. So,
29 to hit. 18 plus 13, that's 31.
okay.
I will
You kill.
use... Oh, he's dead?
You just run. You run your blade through him, and he does kind of like, as you're doing that, you see like brimstone fire as his body begins to kind of burn away a little bit. But he does look at you and smile. He's like, "Thank you for freeing me in the end."
Wait, then why did you resist?
Still not nice being killed. Sorry, that's Nate speaking out loud as he burns away. If you want to do an Arcana
Does
history
the
check on that,
artifact remain?
the artifact does remain.
I'll do a history check, I guess.
Okay.
23.
23. Many demons or many devils, at least, and very positive devils, most likely also demons. Definitely devils. When they die, especially powerful ones, they just go back to the hells and they reform there. But it's also kind of like a mark with a 23 for depending on exactly where they go and whatnot. It's like he was probably a high-ranking, powerful figure down there, but he's also going to be going back down there in defeat. So it's not how he wanted to go, but at least in the end, he gets to go, right? That's kind of like what he was saying in there at the end.
Okay. Well, you're welcome. Also, shiny new shield.
Yep.
It's not as cool as my +3, but I want it.
I smashed that dildo. Yeah, baby.
And again, as you break it with your axe, you do feel that everything kind of shiver and shake again in the whole of the space. Magic kind of like splurting up out of the organic matter. The walls kind of move and shift and like turn from stone to some strange abstract organic like material. You hear Tingles. What the fuck do you all think you're doing? It's very fucking rude. Okay. All right. I see how it is. Oh, I can't wait to get my hands on you. Can you hear me, Catmail?
Word.
Can you fucking hear me? Because once I
Which
get my
didn't.
hands on you and I'm done, we are going to Cormier. And I'm going to burn it all down. Oh, you know what? Even better. I'm going to do what I should have done then. I'm going to take control. We are going to take control.
Just like Tingles in most situations. All talk and no bite.
Above table, I don't remember. Do you guys know that me and JP talked about that 1 year downtime and he was seriously considering as an option Tingle's trying to take the crown of Cormier? Are any of you aware of that? Obviously JP. JP's like JP remembers, right?
Oh yeah. I was about to put in the chat like that's true Tingles dialogue. Like you nailed it.
Yeah. I don't.
It's sitting in my memory. Like I don't know if I like intuited it or if like it was talked about, but like I don't find it surprising.
Right. So like you guys, I don't think your characters would know that, right? But I want you to like, I take JP's, like he was like, oh, that, and I was like, it does feel like something Tingles would do, and we both kind of agreed on it. But a lot of that conversation came back to Riley as Cadmail, I'm like, you would need to talk to him first, right? Because it was like that was the end of his arc, his big crowning achievement, and not saying that you would or would not have been cool with it, but I'm like, that's really for me. I don't mind brave choices, but you need to talk to everyone else before you did that, especially Riley. But I am taking that thought that JP had for Tingles and kind of, I like to think that Tingles, and it sounds like JP might agree with me, that Tingles struggled with that thought. So just want to create a context around that kind of statement. But we're out of initiative. Kymel's a cool shield.
Also, I realized I can't use the spell guard shield. It
Attunement.
requires attunement.
You can just give up that sword.
Well, I'll stick it in the bag.
Yep.
I'm not even going to add it to the inventory.
I forget. Can you attune on a short rest?
So I think technically the rule, well, I can't remember now. I think you can, I think the weird thing is that you can start attuning to the item, and then at the end of it, when you attune to it, you break the attunement of the other one. It's either that, or maybe raw is that you're supposed to unattune for an hour and then attune, but I'm not, I think I like, for me, it's whatever the rules is written is, the way I like to run it is, if you sit down for an hour and attune to a new item, you can simultaneously break the attunement on one and then attune to that item, a new item.
Yeah. Because right now, the thing that's not doing me any good in this dungeon is the spell jamming helm. Kind of useless on foot. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I will tell you this. There's a world where the spell jamming helm could be useful again.
Quick exit.
Oh yeah, if we need to getting, yeah. Anyways, shall we continue? Seems like this room
Zappy
is
Zap's
full.
probably charged up.
Oh, one little quick aside. JP, thank you for saying whether like, oh, that's on point or not. Feel free to kind of steer me if you feel like something's off point, you know, because I'm going to do my best of how I view him. Obviously, I have my own like lenses on the situation. So if you feel something's not correct, feel free to correct me on it.
No, I mean so far it's been pretty on point.
Sweet.
And also, you know, there is the question of how much of it is Tingles, how much of it is the Serac, you know? So I think that's fine too.
Oh. Do we want a short rest then? Because if so, then I'm attuning to the shield.
So just realized Tingles, or not Tingles, Quaylen doesn't have any items attuned.
That's why I bumped your AC up, because you
no
haven't
idea how that happened. I think he used to.
You had items when you left. I think you gave the party your items so they could use them,
Right,
like the mirror.
I should say I have no items to attune.
Right, you gave them up, I'm pretty sure. So the party, like the mirror that was Quaylen, I think Tinkles has, right? And so since you've got them back, you haven't had a chance to really like sit down and be like, oh yeah, I need items. So that's true. If you have any spare items, like a shield that a druid could use.
Well, if you would like it, you're free to have it.
I could also give you a spell story, Greg, that I could put counter spell on that.
Romulus the shady guy, and like, hey, did anybody want a spell storing ring on the corner? Like, I got a couple extra rings. I got some extra spell storing rings over here.
Ring of evasion. Talisman of pure good.
Actually, we're gonna rest. That Romul's gonna want to cast a spell before we do.
Is it a tiny hut?
No.
Okay.
Is it get counter spelled at all?
Are you going to actually try?
Yeah, he's gonna cast a spell.
Okay. What do you try and cast?
It's gonna be Wish.
Okay. Something does attempt to try and counterspell your wish.
Do I
what
take
the
the
fuck?
ring and like counter the counter spell?
You don't see the source of it. But you are setting up for, if you guys want to roll perception checks, if it depends on who thinks they're going to be trying to follow where this counterspell is coming from. But Wish goes out without a hitch.
Oh,
As
fun.
Counterspell does attempt, but it does not powerful enough to break the wish.
I would like to try and perceive the counterspell.
Okay, roll a perception check.
24.
24. You do not see the origin, but it's coming from that direction-ish. Do you see where I drew? Did I pop up?
Yes. Also, I think. Is that just because we went through all that? I think it's because we went through. Yeah. I just see a whole lot of stuff. My brain immediately goes, I know we're at the north end of the map, and you're pointing down. Is it coming from the statue next to where we entered?
It's a good
Pinging.
guess. Yeah, that's a really good guess because I kind of like touched it when we came in, but then we didn't pay it any attention.
Yeah, and it was coming from the west over here,
Yeah.
but it sounded like it was coming from behind us when I was over here. I guess that still checks out.
Yeah. Let's go hit that next after we get through the zappy room.
What did you cast Wish? What did you do with Wish? That's what I'm most curious about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just casually, just like, I'm going to drop Wish and I'll just move on with it. Like, so what are we doing? What are we doing?
It was Simulacrum.
Excellent.
Oh, God.
All right. So you've taken damage. Like, so one does HP represent what your current HP's at?
Let me find out.
Yeah, I'm. It's been so long, and I usually do it off, so that I just pulled it up myself. Is this no? This is 2024. I do want to make sure.
Yeah.
Is there a way to click Legacy while you're already in here? I don't think so.
So let's see.
Sources, tools.
I'm just gonna
game
copy
levels.
paste.
Thank you. Alrighty. You shape an illusionary typically of one creature who moves within range or the entire casting time of the spell. Who is a creature partially real formed from ice or snow and can take actions and otherwise be affected as a normal creature. It appears to be the same as original, but has a half. Okay, so it doesn't say like what your current is. It just is half of it. So
Half
let me.
hit point maximum.
Yeah.
And
So
then it's formed down.
I'm gonna go ahead and make a copy of you real quick, and I'm gonna give it its HP in roll 20. So what's your maximum HP?
149.
So
Or no, 142 because we have like 8 or something.
that's probably Hero's Feast actually. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So 71, correct. Oh, this is weird though. Does Hero's Feast say it increases your maximum HP? Because it would still.
Well, whatever it is that we have is increasing the max HP
Yeah.
by
So
7.
in that case,
So
that is
149.
your max. Yeah, in my opinion, that's your max in this moment. So what is that half one? What'd you say? I'm gonna pull up a calculator.
149.
Calculator. 149 divided by 2.
So 74 and a half.
Yeah, so 74. I'm just gonna round down. All right, cool. He is up with 74. All right, the same damaging repair is. Let's scroll back up. Repairs the creature appears the same. Otherwise, the illusion status of the creature typically except that it is a construct. Energy and creates you designate. It obeys your spoken commands, moving and acting in accordance with your wishes and acting in your turn in combat. That's cool. When it acts on your turn in combat, makes it easier. The flexibility to learn, become more powerful. You can repair it until it drops to 0. Cool. And I think you and I have talked. It has level 8 and lower spells, not level 9.
Right. It'll
But
have all like my extra spell slots.
it
And stuff,
will
though.
have your like extra level 8 though, 1%. Yep.
Excellent.
100% though. Excellent. Yeah, so you all just feel the bend in the universe and a new weave cutting through the energy of whatever's permeating here, and just there's now a new Romulan. Kind of looks around. He's like, "Hello, everyone. Do you have a wand or staff for me
I'm
or
gonna-
anything?"
I'll give him the glass staff of defense.
Thank you. What would you like me to do?
For now, let's just sit tight.
Excellent. It's good meeting all of you. He just kind of sits down. All right, so that's before the short rest. Anything else before the short rest?
Did you want that ring of spell storing, Quaylen?
Also, the spell guard shield. Like, I can't use it if you're without having to unattune from something.
And I also offer you the Opal of the Old Rune. I'm not sure if you can use that or not. It's fire stuff.
What was it called? Opal of what?
The Ild Rune. ILD. I posted it in chat.
Oh, did you? Are you with us, JP? I haven't heard you responding.
I
Oh,
heard him.
piss. I've been talking on mute. God damn it. So I took the ring of whatever spell. Okay, spell guard shield.
While you guys talk about this real quick, I'm gonna grab a snack. I see it's about 10:30, so I don't know if you guys want to take an actual 10-minute break, but I'm gonna grab a little bit of calories. I'll be right back.
And a ring of spell storing. I just know that it has counter spell in it.
I have to like put counter spell. Which,
Oh, like as an action in the game, like you have to.
yeah. And then I don't know what other. You'd have room for 2 more first level spells or a second level spell. I don't know. What do you want? You want Misty Step or Shield
Let me
or
double
Silvery
check. Make
Barbs?
sure I don't have. I don't think they'd give us that right. He just comes back. Right, I cast Silvery Barbs, motherfucker.
It's like I decided to give everybody Silvery Barbs. Yeah.
What? What was that?
Yeah, you just pick 2 spells that you think would be good. Counter is huge because Tingles was the other person that had counter.
Right. So we have 3 counter spells.
Nice.
So I guess that.
Yeah, definitely counter.
Misty Step. I guess I'll just give you, or 2 uses of shield. I don't know. Which one do you want more?
What does shield do again?
It's +5 to AC. It's a reaction, and it also negates magic missile. But the +5 to
Sounds
AC
pretty
is
useful.
the more important. All right, I'll give you counterspell and 2 uses of shield.
Yeah. So did you want to have the spell guard shield?
I added it to my inventory unless you need it.
Okay.
It says it adds 2 to my AC, but when I attune to it, nothing happens to my AC.
Well, your AC is going up just because it's equipped. Because shield. The effect on the attunement is the
Okay.
stuff about magic.
Also, I want to point out, it's like when I made that wizard tower, I had a simulacrum there, and since you can only have one at a time, somewhere in Cormir, after reading a book, and then just looks up and just melts into
God.
snow. What's happening?
Is this how I am?
Just gonna come home to a puddle somewhere.
Your animated broom
Okay, so you-
mop comes by and just soaks them up, wrings them out.
Okay, so I did give you the ring. I'm gonna take it out of my inventory. You put it in yours. Fun fact: that's the ring that we took from that day in Sander.
Oh wow! So that was one of the items that kind of led to Quaylen's death, in a way.
So it has counter and shield, right?
And 2 uses of shield.
Shield plus.
Yeah, Justin,
types.
remember strategically, since you're so good about this, like as I told you, counterspell from those rings cannot be then counterspelled back.
Oh, so if I counterspell, like the enemy can't be like, well, I counter that.
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
Very strong.
See, Tingle's already better than you. You son of a bitch. But it can counter a counter, right?
Correct. Yep. Assuming all of the like you can still see the target, that stuff's still required. Range and stuff.
And
like that.
how many like quote unquote spell slots or charges does it get?
It's pretty much one use of everything he just told you. Is the best way to think about it.
Yeah,
Okay, per long rest.
No, it's just once you use it, it's done. I have to put more into it. You have to like fill it up.
Well,
Yeah,
but
it stores spells.
right, it stores them, but like you gave him like a counter spell and then
2 shields.
2 shields,
Yeah.
right? So he can use 2 shields and a counter spell before needing to refill it, right?
Yeah.
Or can he, that's what
But
I was
then
saying.
but once he uses them, the ring has nothing on it. So it's like tomorrow he's not gonna get
True,
those spells back.
true. Yeah. A one-time use of
So
all of
then-
those spells that's in it. Yeah.
Maybe I should just get counter 3 times. You think?
Well, it can only hold 5 slots of anything. So that's why I gave you 1 3 and 2 1s.
Oh, is counter a 3rd level?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Okay. That works. Yep.
All right. All right. So short rest has still not gone off. But you guys give a whole bunch of items to Quaylen. Sounds like Quaylen's going to try and attune during the short rest.
Hey, Nate, I've been kind of treating it like this, but I just want to make sure it's okay. Like, because Quaylen really has the ability to just wild shape as many times in a day as he wants.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's not taking any damage himself because he wild shapes. He has that HP. That gets taken down. Then he goes back to his normal self, which then he has his normal HP.
Mm-hmm.
And when he wild shapes again, he gets that new HP from that new wild shape.
Mm-hmm.
Is that okay to do it like that?
To be honest, it probably should be like you can only do that like once an hour or something like that. But
okay.
We
can do that going forward if you'd like, but I've been kind of abusing it a little bit.
And I've been watching it, and I've been like
it.
noting. I'm like, oh yeah, you can just like keep on giving himself like essentially give yourself a lot of temporary HP all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just, and I noted it, but I wasn't like my instinct wasn't right off the rip to like do it.
Because I did it the first time, and I was like, oh shit.
The intent was supposed for you to be able to change and change and change and change.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you keep having it though, because it is a divine thing. You're supposed to be OP, so
yes.
Yeah. And Quaylen, as you can tell, didn't have a lot of other things making him OP, like swords and axes and
right
and stuff. So
okay,
I say I'll allow you to continue like abusing that. maybe
so
I'll
then in the
balance
meantime,
it. But
he's just gonna shape shift, like wild shape, back to Quaylen, and
Mhm.
then when he gets in battle again, he'll just wild shape back to something else. And then if you tell me you don't like it anymore, then I stop doing it.
sounds good.
I
All right.
just used my second wind.
So just making sure, do you have all 3 of your attunement slots filled?
I do, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I have. I actually do have Radiance, which is it just wasn't equipped, and that has 10 charges of healing spells. So I figure that should.
I don't think you have Radiance. I think Tingles has it, doesn't he? I don't want to be a dick
That's why I
about it,
didn't have
but
it equipped. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. So
yeah, I
need to
definitely
unequip
first
that.
saw at one point of Quaylen be like, "Give me my shit back," but like, I know you probably just like forgot that was even like a connection.
Yeah, and I forgot that's why I unequipped it, because I was looking at my attunement inventory and it was like there's nothing to attune, and then I looked over my equipment. I'm like, oh, but it's still here. But it's
Poetically,
because
I do think Quaylen
Tingles
getting
has
it back would be appropriate because that was such an iconic moment for Quaylen's storyline. It's up to you
Mhm.
for your 2 characters. If you think Quaylen at some point would be like, "Hey, Tingles," maybe even early on, like, "I loaned that to the party. Can I have my item back?" And if you think Tingles in the long run would have given it to him, I don't think there's an easy answer for you for that, but
I do know that Tangles was still using it
mhm.
up until like those last few like he was using it as an option quite often. He would use that instead of using up a spell slot, kind of thing.
I don't care about like the retcon of like mechanics like that. Like I don't care about that.
Okay.
It's just more about you. If you think Quaylen would have asked, and if you think Tingles would have given it to him, you know, like honestly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, then, yeah, he has it.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
I mean,
That literally you're giving that to the body of the goddess who helped bring you back to life while you face the death curse, right? You know, it's
right.
like to me that's a Quaylen item.
Right.
All right. I rolled to see if
So
a
just-
random encounter happened, and as I put in the chat, an 18, 19, or 20 would have done it. And I rolled a 17, so short rest goes out a hitch. Entombments
Yeah.
happen.
So I just realized, since you don't have Radiance, does that mean you have an attunement slot open?
After our
No,
whole conversation, he does have
Yeah.
it. Yep.
I do have Radiance. However, I realize I
Okay.
do have the Sentinel Shield, and that gives me advantage on Perception and Initiative, and Spell Guard gives me advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects. And spell attacks have disadvantage against you. So actually, that sounds much better
It's really
than
solid.
Sentinel Shield. Yeah. So then, no, I do not have an open attunement slot.
Okay. In that
Patanka.
case, yeah, no problem. For now, I'm gonna unattune to the spell jamming helm because it's not doing me any good right now. And Ring of Evasion or Talisman of Pure Good. I'm gonna go
Man.
Talisman.
I'm gonna use my arcane recovery and get that 9th level spell slot back.
By the way, that Pit Fiend, I definitely had to balance him against you guys. Of like a CR 20 something, one of the hardest like basic devils. Like he's a general in the devil army. Catmail should have killed him in his first turn. By the average of his HP, it can always be varied, but I definitely juiced him up to be a little bit of a contest to you guys. But it's just crazy just watching his stats go down. Like that would have killed him, and just a general devil in one turn. You guys are strong. All right, everyone, roll their hit dice.
Take my strong hand.
All right, what's your next move? And what nickname are we going to come up with Clone Romuel? We had Nakifo and stuff like that. What we got for Romuel?
Does the simulacrum have clothes?
That's going to be Joseph's choice.
It says it says he doesn't have any equipment, but he will have clothes. I did give him the staff, and I guess he has an hour, so I don't know if he can attune to it. I don't know how that works.
Oh yeah, I tuned to it. Yeah, I did. I mean, my name is.
See if like his eyes are straight.
Sure, that's what you want. Yeah, 100%.
What should it be?
This is usually the kind of things I put in your core. Like you can make it a coin flip, you can make it a 10, or if you want to like push it, like you know what, I kind of secretly want it to be, or like kind of want them to be cross-eyed. So maybe I'll make it a DC 5, and I need to roll below 5. You know, like whatever you want.
Standard D20 roll.
Yeah, you set your own DC. I'm literally letting you set your DC. Like I don't know like higher than
maybe
10.
I'm looking at him and he's looking at me, but one eye just kind of starts to look over at Cadmill.
Well, I also like the idea you're looking at him and you're like, what are we going to call you? And then you think he was looking at you, and then he turns and looks at you because he was actually looking at Cadmill. What was that? Oh yeah, I attuned to the staff. You want to? What are you going to call me? Side-eyed Romuel?
Side-eye.
Side-eye? Hey, I'm Side-eye. Nice to meet you guys.
Well, it's nice to meet you as well, Side-eye.
Yeah, I like that. Hope I can help. I hope don't, because I have a little bit of divine spark in me, that I don't like go run off and try and become a god.
Waylon kind of squints his eyes at him. Romulo, you have some level of control over this fellow, correct?
Yeah. I've never used this spell before, but it seems perfectly safe.
You guys don't have anything to worry about. You're my friends.
Wait, didn't you say that, like, above table, didn't you say that you already had a simulacrum?
It melted and died.
Yeah.
When he
That's funny. I was curious what he meant by that too. I'm like, is that him saying he's ever using this way? Or is that just him lying about doing a simulacrum?
No, that was actually Justin being stupid.
Okay, fair enough.
I just said I'd use this spell like 10 minutes ago, but one bowl of weed later. Yeah, I have used this spell. Yeah, he can't do anything that I don't. He wouldn't do anything I wouldn't do.
Yeah, we totally want to become gods.
Well, let's keep moving.
You guys can't see me, but I'm just sitting here like a smile on my face as I'm impersonating him. Just like a little smile. All right. Where to, boss?
Well, you could.
Sorry, he leans into your arm and is like, is she seeing anyone? Wait, are we seeing her? Am I going to be included? Okay, we can talk about that later.
He has.
Yeah.
Say he should have like pretty much everything I know up to the point of his creation.
Yeah. I'm very confused when I look at her. That's all. Well, we can talk about it later.
Sorry. 2 Romuels at the same time.
What was that? All right. What's your guys' next move here?
Well, we know that there's a room south of this one. So Cadmail could just fly through, attract all the lightning, and
Fly through? You don't really see anything too much of note. I'm just pushing you forward because timing and stuff. So you come through.
okay, no lightning strikes.
The lightning is buzzing, but you can move very fast. So I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt that you can like splint back. So you scout this area out. You just want to go back and tell your party?
Yep.
Okay.
Nothing interesting. Exit to the west.
Should we go check out that statue? Do a little backtracking.
We
See if we
could.
can get this stupid counterspell business done with.
Okay. I mean,
All right, let's get to getting.
I'm done.
All right. I'm just going to take you guys down there.
Making a run for it.
Yeah, you guys
Okay.
run
Hit the
through that
rewind
room.
button on this entire time.
All right. I'm going to pull you guys down here, and then you can just continue from there.
So we pretty much explored the whole pathway that was to the left, and now we're going to the right when we rolled that D2.
No, there was
I don't think we explored this room.
there was
Yeah,
a
we haven't.
there's a couple little spots you have not gone yet.
And
All right.
okay,
Let me just JP. I'm going to drop Quaylen. There's this passage here, going westward. Do you see where Quaylen is?
hold on.
Yeah,
Trying
that's where Cadmail was calling out
Mhm.
before we decided to head all the way back to the start.
You see Quaylen, right?
Okay.
And then there
Yeah, I
was
see it.
technically a passage. If you go south of that, I moved Quaylen to the other. There was technically a direction that way.
Yeah, that's one right there is where we rolled the D2, right?
Oh
To
yeah,
say
yeah. The
go left or
D2. This
right.
is the
Okay.
D2 intersection. Yep. 100%. I forgot what you meant by D2.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Cadmail, do you fly everywhere?
Yes.
I'm gonna, if you don't mind me saying, Orkfo, you usually are with Cadmail or leading in front of Cadmail. Is that fair for me to say?
Yeah, usually with him.
Okay.
So I'd be probably
When you walk
here-ish.
here? Well, first, I'm
Yeah.
gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. Roll a perception check. There's a trap there.
Okay.
Cadmail did not
17.
trigger it because he flew. 17 was not enough. So you being the next in line, you step here, and the ground begins to shake, and almost like pieces of the ground itself shoot up in the air. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. You have advantage from danger sense. 19 is enough
21.
to half this coming damage. 18 bludgeoning damage. Half to 9. Half to 4 because you're
Ooh.
raging.
Oh,
You can tell it was those squares there.
watch out, everybody. Oh, found it for you.
Using flight and stuff, you get everyone over. And you're now in front of the statue.
Man, I wanted to break this thing when we first came in.
Yeah. Well, we should all back up and probably let you do that.
Have at it, Orkfo.
I'll back up and start,
You gonna do like a I'm the juggernaut, bitch.
yeah. Look at the beautiful guy, Adam.
All right. So go ahead and roll an attack roll.
Well, I'm going to throw the axe at it instead of hitting it directly. But let's throw.
And it like reverberates.
Ooh, natural 20.
Even with a natural 20, your axe
I
hits it
wasted it.
and bounces off, doing no damage.
Dungeon magic. I guess I'll take a closer look.
Can't remember if I investigated this thing before or not. Looking for any buttons, inscriptions, runes,
Go and roll an investigation check.
hidden businesses in the back there for 13.
13. The statue reminds you of adamantine, which we've come across before, but this is like some sort of strange, reinforced magical version of it. This is definitely dungeon magic. 13's not enough for you to get too much of a clues to anything really concrete, except for the fact you can tell that where the counterspell comes from.
I think this is definitely where this counterspell's coming from.
I would like everyone to guess where I think it's coming from, and let's hear what JP thinks it comes from. It's Scratch.
Oh, it's got a big bulge.
JP, are you talking? Or are you here?
No, I'm listening.
This is a statue of you. This is a statue of Tingles, and it's been counting counters. It's been casting counterspell this whole time. My brain's saying it's coming from the crotch, but it's yours to choose where that is actually emanating from.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was waiting for everyone else to say where they thought it was.
Oh, I apologize.
I was just about to say, hey Orcfo, you looking to chop down Tingles' tree?
I mean, I just want to get past it.
What did you roll? Did you roll a perception or an investigation?
He rolled a 13 investigation.
13.
He's gonna know where the counterspell is coming from. I'm giving him that information for that check.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your first glance, there is a huge bulge. I mean, it's massive. It's unnecessarily just huge, right? But there's something else you notice, in that he has a stick finger on his right hand, and it's a penis. And it's coming from that. So it's meant to be like right. It's meant to, like, you're automatically, because you think you know Tingles, you're automatically going to think it's coming from his crotch, but it's actually coming from that, like, stick finger on his right hand. And at first glance you wouldn't have really seen it, but you see it. You're like, oh, it's coming from right there.
I somehow lost my token. I don't know what I've done.
Oh fuck!
I thought you were
can't
maybe
believe you've done
underneath. I thought you were underneath Catmail. Oops. I'll find you a token. I might have deleted you. I don't know.
Okay.
Wait, no. He went all the way north.
Did you hit Control Z on accident, or maybe?
I don't know what I did. I was fidgeting.
At some point, I saw everyone's token shift, and I did not do that. So I don't know. Where is Orc? I don't see him. Will you bring him to us?
I'm back there.
You found him.
Somebody
Oh,
already did.
okay. My suggestion, just to keep it simple for you guys, you should make investigation checks to see if you can figure out what's going on here, and perhaps a clue to help figure out maybe how to stop whatever's
I
happening.
would like
I
to. Yeah, I'm not going to investigate.
It's a 22.
22. You see through it again. Dungeon Magic is very vague, but the short of it with a 22 is you investigate it. It is immune to all damage, except for one. The damage of magic itself, force damage.
Oh, okay.
Too bad Beads of Force got knocked out into the middle of nowhere. I'm pretty sure that was a part of the original dungeon that I took, right, and I've been adjusting it for our usages. I'm like, oh, that's why those Beads of Force. I'm sorry.
It was just a happy accident. Well, side eye, if you do the honors of disintegrating the finger penis.
Do you how strong do you want me to go?
Just a regular disintegrate.
Okay. Tell me how I do. Takes class stuff. Disintegrate. Apparently that's how everyone might as well cast your sounds. Yeah, so he goes to begin casting it, and you do see the little finger, the sixth finger was a little limp, and then just suddenly goes very erect. And it begins to swirl around like it's beginning to cast counterspell, and you get the impression you could try to counter the counterspell if you wanted to.
Sure.
Who ends up using their counterspell?
Tingles uses the ring of countering. Or wait, well, Romuald, do you have? No.
I mean, either way, it's going to be me using a counterspell. I might as well just use a counterspell.
Okay. Romuald did it.
Romuald did it. So Side-Eye goes with Disintegrate. Romuald, you're ready, and you hear counterspell come from it as the erect finger shoots energy towards Side-Eye, but then you counter that energy, and it stops it. And then Side-Eye's Disintegrate goes off, and you just watch as the whole statue of Tingles just crumbles and cracks.
Actually, I guess Side-Eye could do it. Oh, fuck. How do I keep track of this
I
guy's
was
spell slots?
literally about to say, I'm not doing that for you. I'm very sorry. So you're going to have to...
And you, like, make a copy of your own.
Like a Google
well,
Docs or something like that.
It's the end of the night, but maybe I can make, like, a thread.
Sure. Whatever works easiest for you. Like, it could be a piece of paper.
No, but you can make a copy of Romuald's sheet, right? And then just give it a different name and call it Side-Eye.
True.
And then boom.
Yeah, I guess.
So all you need to do is adjust his HP and then just know you can't do the 9th level spell slot, right? Oh, I guess unequip items, but yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Clever boy. All right.
So I could have had him do the counterspell. Didn't need to do it myself.
You're still learning how he works, right? So if you want him to use it, that's totally fine. So think
like,
about
you do it.
think about how you want that to play out. But it's 11:03. Thank you guys for making it. I know some of us, especially like Jeff, are exhausted. So thank you for trooping through. I do think we end on that note. With at least the counterspell thing taken care of. Would have been hilarious. Is like you counterspell that one, but then in the distance you hear from somewhere else, counterspell, and another blast comes out. I wish I would have done that. Son of a Then we end with Tingle's maniacal laugh.
Yeah, and that is definitely how Romuald's casting every spell. Just fireball.
Counterspell.
Meteor swarm.
Tatiana was like, that's what I've always found attractive about you, is how you cast your spells. All right, boys, GG's. Hopefully we can play again soon.
Real quick. So next week.
You're available all week? Oh, so cool.